Welcome to the lab where genetics collide. Reptiles everywhere with colors amplify. The morph so wild, they'll twist your mind. Patterns like art, every scale is defined. In the reptile world, we're raising the bar. Discover new genes, then combining them all. Creating foundations that make our brains shake. Insane combos that hit like an earthquake. Genetic canvas. Paint the dream. Make a dream where reptiles glow and the visions gleam. Tune in now, let's raise the ceiling. The best reptile podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's special Scrambler edition of the Genetic Canvas, where we are barely discussing the dilemma of controversy, and we are really going to dive into the showcase of this mutation to show you all really what it is, what it does, and let you decide for yourself what you think of it, because all of the breeders that you see on the panel today back this mutation for what they have in their collections and what they see, and that's what we're here to discuss tonight. But before we really dive into that, because you already see it's going to be an incredible episode full of amazing content and amazing animals, I just wanted to go through a few things. We are now airing on Facebook as well, so shout out to everybody that's watching over there. If you do want to comment and see your comments, have your comments get seen, come over to the YouTube channel, Gem Exotics, and come join us over here. But we do appreciate you watching on that platform if that's where you choose to do so as well. As you see, we do have a new and improved format and background for the genetic canvas. Boom, heck yeah. So we went with a static background to kind of take your eyes off of that background and put it more directly on the content, give you a little bit better flow to the show, as well as the outlines going forward. So really excited to bring you all these new changes to the platform. We have some new sponsors, as you can see on the sides, and that includes some new discounts as well. So stay tuned throughout the episode, because I will be showing those discounts from all the amazing sponsors that offer them in our downtime, in our lulls, and our intervals. But this episode, there will not be that many of them, so I'm gonna have to squeeze them in there. If you have not already, a few people have, there's a couple more of these copies of this book, which this is my personal copy. Amazing book. It's in the intro and the outro of other episodes. I'm running the old intro because it's a little bit more edgy on this one tonight, but reach out to me if you're interested in that book. There's only a couple left. So I just wanted to shout out a couple of people tonight, and this one I'm keeping in my pocket because it's special to me. But Robert Worrell, he's a green tree python breeder, if you're not familiar with him. But this is a coin that I had been hunting and hoping to have for 13 years now. It's the Chondropython Virtus 5 Kina silver coin, and it's super rare collectible. He got another one, he put it up, and he was lucky. I was lucky enough to be the person that got this gem. So my 13-year hunt came to an end. Super excited about that. What's up? Only, I don't think it will, I don't think it is everywhere. Oh no. All right. Well, hang in there for me. I'll be right back. All right, am I good now? Something's going on with this. My phone's kind of acting up tonight or something. But It looks like we're good to go now. So let me get this started over. What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Genetic Canvas. Thank you for sticking with me through that horrible blacked out intro. I'm not going to put you through the ringer again, but just to clarify a few things, this is the Scrambler Showcase episode where we are going to give this mutation its glory with this amazing group of breeders that we have joining us tonight. And if you haven't seen yet, Wolfpack has a new ball python bag, and I had to grab mine. So if you didn't know, that's just a little thing there. And this is the Kina coin, the green tree python, chondro python viridis coin that I had been hunting for 13 years. And Robert Worrell was able to help me make that dream come true. Another shout out that I have is Tim at Rainbow Tree Gems. This past week, I got my first Carpondro, 75% green tree python, 25% carpet python. If you are not familiar, that is a super rare hybrid cross as far as percentages go, and it leans more towards the visual green tree python side with a wild whacked out pattern. Truly just a dream pet of mine, and super excited to have that. Thank you to both of those guys for making some of my dreams come true. And shout out to Chris Hernan. He wanted me to send his condolences. He was not able to join us tonight, but he is super excited. He said he'll be checking in the chat. So if you see him, say what's up. And I didn't get any pictures. I got a couple actually, I think, in here that he was sharing from another breeder. But let's go ahead and get to these sponsor videos because we want to pay our bills and we want to make sure that you guys see exactly who brings a better show to you every single week. So make sure you guys are following them and get over there to their morph markets, to their Instagrams, to their YouTubes, and show some love.
Gotta shake it, baby. Yep, there we go. Oh, no. Change the layout. It was good backstage.
Yeah. Shout out to our sponsors. I'm pretty sure I messed that up there and threw a bunch of guests over the beginning of that sponsor video. I'm trying to was trying a little something there. I was trying to bring everybody out on stage so that we could all say what's up right afterwards, but it was a little bit funny. I didn't try it or test it beforehand. But let's go ahead and welcome all of our guests out for tonight. Hopefully it was just a little comical for you all because that's what it was for me. But let's go ahead. We're gonna welcome them all out one at a time in a rapid fashion. Let's go ahead and welcome Mark Mandick to the screen. What's up, man? We
Everything's
got
good. Glad to be
Billy
here.
Rose,
What's going
McBoss
on?
in the house. We got Antoine with DPR in the building.
What's up,
We
everyone?
got Frank with Locked and Loaded.
Yep.
We got Clayton at Sculpted Exotics.
How's it going, guys?
We got Mike and Darius, but their screen is black, so I'll let them fix that. Ed and Kate, black screen. We got Jay. How's it going tonight?
What's up, guys? Happy
And
Sunday.
we got Sammy. How's it
What's up,
going
guys?
tonight, man?
How you doing?
So I'm gonna add y'all to the scene. Y'all got black screens for me.
No
Let
whammy,
me know
stop.
when you guys get back. Don't pop in. But how's it going tonight, everybody?
So far, so good.
Pretty good, pretty
Very
good.
good.
So the Scrambler gene, I have been really amazed by everything that's been coming out lately. Honestly, if anybody hasn't already seen that's watching this episode, the breakdown that Austin did on the Trap Talk Network, he did a really great breakdown with a showcase of a lot of single gene combo and animals with comparisons to really convince a lot of people out there what this mutation is in a single form and in a simple form as well. So definitely check that out. And then Mark also did an interview on Adam Proper Royals about a month ago, and following up that episode with Austin was another amazing showcase of that, like, breakdown of what Scrambler is and everything like that. So tonight we're going to show you kind of some basics that our guests have put together to kind of also touch on that aspect of things, but we're really here to showcase this mutation and what it can really do for you all. So let's go ahead and start off with the genetic appraisal, which is a way that we like to break down this mutation, give it a MORPH score, which I post on Mondays now. So this is going to be a series of questions that I'll ask a handful of the breeders that have volunteered to answer, and we'll go on from there. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, then. So question number one is going to be single gene look. So what would you rate the single gene look, Mark, from a scale of 0 to 10?
I'd probably rate it a 3 because it's very hard to tell. It's not something that jumps out at you.
Okay. And then, Billy, what about you? What would you rate the single gene?
I'm there with Mark, like 2 to 3. It's something where, you know, when you start producing it and you see it, you can sort of, you know, it doesn't pop. It's like, you know, me with asphalt and yellow belly, and it's very subtle. But if you start looking at it over and over, you can, you know, get a good feel.
Okay. And anybody else that wants to partake?
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. It's about 3.
About a 3, Frank?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's super 7. So it's 2 or 3, definitely.
Yeah. I'd definitely say it's quite underwhelming by itself. You know, it definitely takes a little bit of vision and forethought to kind of see it through.
Okay, yeah. And then Ed, and did you have a score you wanted to give on the single gene look?
We agree. It's very subtle at best. You really have to pay attention to it.
All right, yep. So the second question is going to be the dominance of the Scrambler in simple combos. On a scale from 0 to 10, we'll start at the same order, going with Mark.
So when you say a simple combo could be an Orange Dream Fire or a Calico or whatever.
Yeah,
well,
I would say anything up to about 4 genes.
Oh,
nowadays.
4 genes.
Oh,
Jeez,
wow.
You know, 3 or 4 genes.
I'd give it a 9.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to tell apart, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what would you score that at, Billy, for like more simple combinations, the power?
With some genetics, 7, 8, and with others, 9, 10, baby.
Yeah.
It's
I'm right there with Billy.
it's
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah.
the
7 or 8.
interactions.
Same thing.
So anywhere between a 7 to 10, depending. I've got it in a lot of different. Well, I believe I do. I mean, and I'm quite positive, and that I do. And even ones that I'm disappointed in is a 7. You know.
Okay.
And then when you add other things, now it takes it to a 9, 10. You
Yep.
know.
Okay, so
Amazing.
we'll do 8.5 for an average on yours.
Easy.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. How about you, Frank?
Yeah, I'm gonna same thing with Billy. You know, it's anywhere from 8 to 10, depending on what you put it in.
All right, so you give it a 9 because you
Yeah,
went to a
I'd give it
tighter
a 9.
spread.
I give it a 9.
How about you guys?
I would definitely give it somewhere around a 9 as well. I mean, when you put it in stuff, it's night and day difference. It's a phenomenal gene to start stacking onto simple combos.
I like it. I like it in different things. I got 4 scramblers that I bought, and they're all different.
And now, what would you score the dominance in simple combos, Ed and Kate?
So I'm going to go with an 8. I agree with everyone here. Certain genes are more subtle. Others are just, they explode at you. I'm going to go with a solid 8.
Okay. And I think we lost Michael, but he'll come back in. All
He's
right.
there.
So
He's there.
Okay. All right. Cool. So the next one is necessity of shed testing to ID it in combos, and this is just across the board. How do you feel the necessity of shed testing is for this in combos? And we'll call for the trained eye, you know, not for the general consumer, so to say. You can kind of mix it up, I guess, because, you know, there are a lot of people out there that are producing them that just haven't been, you know, aware of it for a while. So 1 would be a high amount of shed testing is needed, and 10 would be a low amount. So what would you scale that at, Mark?
I'd give that a 9 as well, because they just absolutely pop.
So low amount of testing?
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Big Boss?
I'm about an 8. It's when you sort of see what you're looking for, and how I know this is because when I start making some of these genetics and I start looking for comparisons, there's nothing like it. And it's like, it's not, and the only other thing that it could be is the possible scrambler. And it's not possible when there's nothing else that looks like it with a 3 gene or a 4 gene or even a 2 gene combo without the scrambler. And then you add it, it's night and day, like Mark said. Like it's right in your face, especially when you know what you're looking for.
For sure, for sure. Do you have an opinion on this, Antoine?
Yeah, I'll be a bit more pessimistic on this. I'll give it a 6. The reason why I'd give it a 6, first of all, I haven't hatched all that many of them. I do have a few in the collection, and I've seen a lot of examples, a lot of great examples. But I'm kind of having an approach where I tend to shed test for everything that's possible when I can, because of the fluctuations of the looks that you have in different bloodlines, different quality, different genetics, and just different expression of genes. So I tend to just shed test a lot. So for that reason, I'd give it a 6, because it'd be a lot easier to shed test everything, separate everything, and have a better understanding. But I would do that for a lot of genes, and sometimes you're just as surprised with some results. So I'd give it a 6 for that reason.
That's fair. So how about you, Frank?
I'd give it an 8. I give it an 8 because you can pretty much tell with most combos. I think it would be most important to shed test if you're dealing with like one that is like you don't know if it's a basic baseline scrambler. You know what I'm saying? I would test definitely for that. And some combos with Orange Dream, I would definitely test with the Orange Dream, especially if you're dealing like supers and stuff like that. It would be hard to tell if it was Super Scrambler, Super OD, you know, just in that. So, but in all other combos, it looks so strong and appealing. I would have to give it an
8. Okay. So Mike said he's going to come back. He had to switch his phone.
Hey,
And
Michael.
then
What's up?
Michael is coming back. Yeah, he's back. All right, there we go. So how about you guys, Ed and Kate?
I'll piggyback off what Billy said. A trained eye, you can really catch it, especially with a lot of different combinations. But I agree with Antoine. We need to test it. We need to have it tested, one, and end the animosity in the gene amongst the community. But I mean, we have to be sure if we're gonna put that animal out for sale, especially a big breeder picks it up or another breeder picks it up that's not a huge breeder. We have to make sure that that's what we're selling it as. You know, we stand behind that. So I agree. We need the shed testing.
And you can stand behind that without testing, just by
Correct.
saying that you will back the outcome of any issues that you may come up, because it's been decades that we've operated this industry on our identification skills and not testing, and even testing has been wrong. So we can't really put all of our eggs into the basket of testing either, so that I feel like that needs to be said. I got a little reverb from
I
somebody.
don't know if it's just me, but you're having a lot of echo noises.
Yeah.
Not sure who it is.
Yeah, the whole panel's acting.
It's somebody's mic. Everybody mute yourselves one at a time.
Want us to get out?
Fight a scrambler, whatever.
Let's see who it is. So I'm going to turn mine off. Now I'm on.
All right, I don't hear
It's
it
fixed
now.
now.
I don't hear it now.
Who's muted here? Mark is muted. Clayton is muted.
Want me to mute?
No, we don't have it now.
Okay, so far so good.
Clayton is the only one muted. I think it was Clayton's.
Was it me?
Nope.
Test? Nope, we're good now.
We're good now.
So, I don't want to skip you, Clayton. Did you have an opinion on this?
I think it
Zach,
is
I
me,
think it's
honestly.
you again.
Yeah.
I would.
I muted you. It's not you.
No.
Is it me?
Not happening. Oh, it is actually.
Whoever joined without copy and pasting the link needs to leave, copy and paste, and come back. That's the issue. This is definitely it. So anyways, moving on. How about the adult color and contrast retention? We'll start with you, Mark.
Sorry, repeat that. I'm hearing this echo. It's
bad. So
yeah.
I guess everybody mute.
What's
Oh,
not
there it is.
happening?
It's gone now.
Now it's good. Now it's
Yeah,
good.
I muted Sammy. Sammy, leave and come back.
Okay.
All right, so adult color and contrast retention.
well, that's where it really shines, in my opinion. They just, you know, I've always said the Achilles heel of ball pythons is the fact that they look great as hatchlings, and as they get older, they don't look as great. But the scrambler gene seems to get better with age, and it holds the color incredibly well. The intensity of the color, especially the yellows and oranges, it's insane.
Well, thanks for trying, Michael. He must have connection issues, bouncing them in and out. So what was your score on that one? A 10?
Yeah, in my opinion, it's my favorite gene in my entire collection, as far as being able to produce animals that really age well.
For sure. And what would you score that at, Billy?
I'm up there with Mark, like 9, 10. It's you know, for so many years, it's like, oh, super OD or Enhancer or Desert Ghost. We want those animals to look, as good as they did when they came out. And one thing about that I've noticed, and unfortunately I don't have many with Orange Dream, but especially the ones with Orange Dream, it's like, how do these things get better? Like, it's crazy. So, and adding fire and, vanilla and other stuff, it's just,
Yeah, I think
it's amazing.
Scrambler and Fire is amazing. It's one of my best, favorite combos with the Fire. So, Antoine, what do you think about the adult color contrast retention?
Yeah, I'm up there. 8 or 9, definitely. It's one of those genes that we have some staples that are more established, like Desert Goat and Lace, Mandarin and whatnot. But Scrambler has to be somewhat maybe trailing a little bit on those, but up there with some of the best aging genes, in my opinion. I mean, from what I've seen from the sample I have, they're aging really, really phenomenal. So I'll give it like a 8.5 for me.
Okay, sounds good. 8.5. And then let's see. Frank is next. What do you think about adult color contrast retention?
I'm going to give it a 10 also, because I haven't made one combo and seen one combo that it didn't look better than. I mean, it just looked fantastic, It's crazy.
And Clayton?
In terms of orange animals, it's phenomenal. I mean, the clown animals that we've been producing, they're crazy orange, and they're sitting around like 1,400 grams. And then even just without any recessives, just stacking codoms on top of each other, they age relatively well. It kind of varies sometimes into like the really, really large adults, like sometimes lose a little bit of the color, but I mean, up until like 2,000, 2,500 grams, they're very consistent animals. I'm really curious to see how it ages in Xanthic, though. So we'll see with that.
For sure. Yes, I have mine in Xanthic, and I love it. I think Mark just produced an Xanthic Scrambler lightning pied, didn't you, Mark?
Yeah, I have it here to show it.
Oh, yeah. So stay tuned for that. So what was your score on that one? I'm sorry if I missed it.
In terms of orange animals, I would say like a 9.5. It doesn't really get much better than that.
All right. And then Jay, how do you feel about the adult color contrast? Do you agree? What would your score be?
Oh yeah, 10 all the way. Especially like you were saying with the orange animals, anything. I've got it in Super Orange Dream. Even without calico, it looks amazing. I mean, my 2 and 3-year-old animals still look great. Even in darker combos, it looks pretty good. I've got a Scrambler Clown Pied at the house. He's got to be 3-4 years old now, and he looks amazing. So, yeah, definitely 10.
Yeah, it seems the clowns are the only ones that want to fight like that brightness a little bit. They tend to still dull out a little like clowns do, but for the most part, that Scrambler wins every time and makes that clown like a very desirable adult, looking adult. So we have a lot of pictures of your animals to show tonight that'll actually show that off as well. So, Sammy, did you have an opinion on this adult color contrast?
Yeah, I like the orange.
What would you score the amount of color and contrast?
Give it a 9.
Okay. And then Ed and Kate? I think you guys might be muted. No, you're not muted. Just can't hear you. Can y'all hear him?
No.
Okay.
It's them now to tell them.
Yeah, go maybe back out or come back in.
All right. Well, Mike, what do you feel about the Scrambler's adult color contrast retention?
I give them a 10 out of 10. I think they're beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised there wasn't more 10s, honestly.
I've seen Mark post some adult animals with Scrambler, especially on the thread he has on Morph Market where he submitted it for a new gene. And those super OD Scrambler hypopods are unreal. The adults he put up there.
Thank you.
No problem.
Can y'all hear me now?
I brought these
Yep.
just in case. I already know Mark's
Right.
gonna be
Good.
throwing out some stuff.
Good.
Brought my eyewear for this episode.
Yeah, it's gonna get bright for sure. And I know this is a little, you know, it's been a little painstaking with the issues and the audio visual stuff, but trust me, we're working it out through this section and this process so that when we get to the animals, it's gonna be just blowing you away, and we won't have those issues. So
Jared,
let's go ahead and.
It's been an honor to be a part of Genetic Canvas technical difficulty episode. It's been great.
Oh, I knew with 10 guests, I knew that something was gonna go a little awry and stuff.
It can't
and
handle us all,
trying new
man. It
things,
just can't handle it.
especially all this heat that's about to be shown. So, what do you guys feel is the importance of the super? And we're just gonna go through, give me just a score, and we're gonna move on to the next person and the next question. So, Mark, importance of the super.
Well, it's always nice to be able to produce a super, and I've got animals that I think are super. I've got animals that I think are super that I bred and produced all scramblers, so I believe there's a super. And there is a marked difference between just the basic non-super one compared to the super one, you know, in the different combos. So I think it's super important because you notice I threw the word in there, super, twice. And yeah, I mean, it's like you've got a dim switch on a light and it just keeps going up and up. But not only does the super get more intense, but the pattern, the effect it has on pattern becomes far more intense as well. And that's what you want in a super.
For sure.
You know.
And what would the importance of the super be like to you in your breeding projects and going forward with the productions?
Well, obviously you can put it into more projects and get different results, you know, knowing they're all scramblers in there. I mean, it's difficult because, you know, on one side, I want to move forward and produce more and more scrambler stuff and obviously supers. But at the same, you know, side, I am trying to backtrack so that I can produce simpler combos to see how it works in those combos as well. And also produce just a basic scrambler. And luckily tonight I've brought what I think is a basic scrambler compared to a normal from the same clutch. Also a scrambler axanthic, and you know, versus a regular axanthic, and so on. So
nice.
You
That's
know,
gonna be really cool to see.
Yeah, it's.
So you're like 50-50
on a super?
Yeah.
No, I'm not 50-50. I'd be 80% pro super for sure.
Okay. We'll call it 8. We'll call it an 8 then.
All right.
All right. What would your score be, Billy, for importance of the super in your projects and going forward?
8 or 9, you know. You can't go wrong with a super, especially if, like myself, Mark said it's his favorite gene in his collection. It's pretty much almost mine as well. And I always said before, Orange Dream is one of those genes that I want in almost every one of my animals, because even when you make supers, it's that palette and the colors that I love. Now, having a super scrambler to make everything scrambler, I ain't gonna complain either, especially if there's OD attached too.
Hell yeah.
So 9.10.
9.5? Okay. Gotcha. So, Antoine, what is the importance of the super for you?
I think for any incomplete dominant you're working in a project, having it as a super is a 10. Like you have a super Mandarin, white lace, super hurricane, you know, super OD. It's always a 10. And I'll give an 8 because I think the scrambler as it is already giving such an influence. And we haven't seen all that many supers, proven supers, and we've seen some. But I'll give it an 8. I think the single as it is so transformational that it's it's already something on its own. The super for breeding purposes is definitely a 10, but as far as visual importance, I think the single gene is already plenty influent. I'll give it an 8 for that.
Okay, cool. I like these answers too. How about you, Frank? Importance of the super?
I'm gonna give it a 10 because I want to put it in everything, and even stuff I don't have and get in the future, I want to put it in that too. And I think
Okay.
anybody who's gonna want to buy Scrambler, you know, if you got a super, it's gonna be what they really want, in my opinion. You know, it just takes the guesswork out of everything, also.
Yeah, I have a thought to that point, but I'll let everybody answer first. Clayton, how do you feel about the importance of the super?
I think it's really important to prove out a gene with a super. You know, it makes everyone feel a lot more confident about it, especially when you're producing offspring with that have such a varying quantity that you can be like, this is a for certain gene in the animal. I've only produced one super scrambler, and it is by far probably the best looking animal I've produced in the project. And he is a proven breeder. He's had numerous clutches for me. So I'm pretty like certain about his genetics, but he's only had 2 clutches. You know, I could have just hit crazy odds, but you know. So I would say it's
Yeah.
a solid in terms of visual, definitely a 9, 10. You want it in your projects, and from what I've seen, it doesn't hurt to have a
So
super.
on that note, that brings up a good question to ask Mark and Billy together. In the past, what was the theoretical proven point of having a super reproducing all clutches of single genes to where it was finally dictated as this is definitely a super? 2 clutches, 3 clutches, 5 clutches? How many is like the number throughout history to prove that?
I've had, I think, 3 to 4 clutches. I'd have to check my records of from a super male.
And how would you feel? How many clutches does it take for him to produce all single gene scrambler animals for you to say that's definitely a super form?
Well,
3?
producing all single gene, that's virtually impossible now.
All single form combos.
Oh, okay, single form combos.
You know,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think 3.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Okay.
When you get
So
that
you got one more.
Hmm?
I was saying to Clayton, he's got one more clutch under the belt of
Yeah.
that male to really prove him out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
I'll
Three.
definitely keep you guys
good.
updated. He's crazy phenomenal, so I'm excited about him.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of clutches coming from super animals and suspected super animals, and you know, it's just unmistakable when every single baby has that influence. And I think that it's gotten mixed up for so long in the OD calico stuff that, you know, it's harder for people to really distinctively discern in that project what's what, because I feel like 60 to 70% of the animals probably have a single copy out there in the OD stuff. Not all of it, but how would you feel about that percentage of animals out there in like orange dream lines that likely came from these scrambler lineages and may have it?
I don't think 60% by any means. I
No,
think
I was being crazy.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think I mean it's hard to say because, you know, some of us were fortunate to be able to pick from Oz's stock
Yeah.
and go, okay, that's the best looking animal. That's the one we're going for, which is what I did when I got the original snake that had the scrambler gene in it. And when I got it, it was a Super Orange Dream Fire. And I mean, we didn't, back then, there was no shed test for Orange Dream, let alone Super Orange Dream.
Yeah.
And you just assumed that's what the snake looked like. That's what a Super Orange Dream looked like. But I've produced a lot of Super Orange Dreams that don't look anything like a Super Orange Dream Fire Scrambler. You know, just Super Orange Dream Fires. And so Yeah, I don't think it's as high as people make it out to be in the Orange Dream stuff.
Okay, that's fair. So, Ed and Kate, what did you feel about the importance of the super in your collection?
So we don't have a super in our collection currently, but I would definitely give it an 8 to advance further projects. Like a lot of others had said, we want to breed it in everything as well. It's just phenomenal in dark, in light, in orange, every which way you want to go.
All right, last question, and then we're going to get into this showcase because I know we have a lot of people that are joining us coming in a little late, which is good with the technical difficulties. But last question here, and it's probably going to be an easy one across the board like the rest of them have been. Project compatibility, and I guess give it a mark off of 10 if you've seen it in something you didn't really think it worked well with, but where would you rate it at, Mark?
I'd give it an 8 or a 9 as far, you know, I mean, there's some, actually, I mean, there isn't anything it goes in that that it doesn't improve. So, you know, I'd go 9 on that.
Okay, how about you, Billy?
Yeah, I'm high 9, 10. Everything I've seen it go into, I've been impressed. And then knowing that by seeing like Mark and Chris Hernan, when you see the super OD and the OD fighter stuff, which I don't have as much of, I'm like, wow, if they're making it look like that, what I'm making, I'm happy with. And if I can turn it into that by adding a few more genes, wow. So I'm very impressed with it.
And how about you?
Yeah, for me it's a
Antoine?
9 too. I think it's easy gene to toss to everything. Even if you have some that will not necessarily make it shine as much as some others, I think it's a 9. It's like lace or mandarin. You can toss it into everything and it's just going to work great. There's no holding back on that gene in my opinion.
And Frank, how about your score?
I'm going to say about 9.5. Like I said, I haven't seen anything that didn't look good. And somebody has one that doesn't look good with it in there, I'd like to see it.
For sure. Clayton?
Yeah, I definitely do like 9, 9.5. I really can't think of anything that it doesn't help or enhance.
We have a comment here, Enchi. How does everybody feel about just like Scrambler and Enchi?
I don't think I've seen just
maybe OD
single
Enchi Scrambler. Is it obvious?
I'd say the Scramblers, like, because we've produced quite a few like Scrambler Enchi Clown combos, and based off what's on Morph Market and from other people's collection, it's a very noticeable night and day difference. There's a lot of lift up on the sides. It adds a lot of pattern to them. They're really cool.
It increases
animals.
the drip.
I noticed the pastel comment as well. From the pastel animals that we've produced, it's definitely really, it's kind of hard to notice like the Scrambler. It's hard to differentiate in those, but I haven't produced that many. I've only produced like I think 2 or 3.
Actually, we have some really pretty pastel combos to show off. Simpler pastel combos that would surprise, I think, our guests watching, as well as you maybe. They surprised me, that's for sure. So, Jay, what do you think about project compatibility?
So I'm definitely a fan of the Enchi. So I just produced a banana super Enchi Scrambler, and it compared to cinnamon, it's amazing. So not to mention if you can throw cinnamon in there, put a bit of cinnamon Enchi, especially if you get in the campfire project, which I know Ed's done it. I've got some, and I think it's untouchable. So yeah, you can definitely see it. Solid. It's a solid combo for sure.
It's nice to hear that you're working with cinnamon because I think that was a gene that was kind of put on the back burner, but it really does some amazing things, the cinnamon gene.
Yeah,
yeah, better than black pastel in some instances.
Yeah, in some, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, with Bungo and Orange Dream, I think cinnamon is definitely a gene I would pick more than black pastel for some projects, big time.
You get into that grayscale more with the cinnamon.
Yeah. Ages really well.
That's nice. The darker scale. So what was your score, Jay?
9.5, easy.
9.5, all right. And Sammy, project compatibility. What's your score?
He's muted, I think.
Yeah, I got him muted. He had echo.
Oh,
Yeah, Sammy had the echo. Are you unmuted? Ed and Kate, what's your score for project compatibility?
I'm gonna go 9, 10, 9.5. We'll say that.
9.5.
I enjoy it. Just like Jay said, you know, we work this similar projects, and it's phenomenal.
For sure. Like I said, this was
It
probably
really
going to be an
is.
easy one. And Mike, what was your score?
I'm going 10 man. I work with a lot of pied, and Scrambler to me is going to save the pied project. A lot of
Yep.
people's complaints
Oh,
with
yeah.
pied is you can't
Yep.
determine the pattern on it, and Scrambler eliminates that problem. So for me personally, I'm going 10.
I'm right behind.
Peter Williams said, wow, you guys don't have single entries to mix with? Fools. Oh, that's a good one. Who has a single entry anymore in these collections?
Peter. Peter.
So thank you. I will average out that score, and I will be posting that tomorrow night. And yeah, we'll figure out what the overall score is. I feel like it's gonna average out pretty well though, and we're about to see exactly why. So why don't we go ahead and get into some of these basics with the Scrambler mutation. So we got Mark up first to show off some Scrambler in the simple form and the comparison against the normal from the same clutch.
All right. Let me switch here. These guys are a little feisty. So that right there, I have to get it focused somehow. There we go. That to me is not a Scrambler. That to me is just normal.
Okay.
He's a little pissed off at me. Okay,
Yep.
enough now. Now you'll see this one here. You can see a difference in the pattern, the crossovers on the back.
Yeah,
More,
much bigger.
it's brighter.
yeah.
It's got like a shine to it.
Definitely has a golden
Yep.
stripe, like golden hue down the dorsal.
Yeah. These two are brothers. I don't know why they're so upset at each
I'm
other.
saying imposter.
Yeah.
There's
But
one
you can
from
see,
That's your episode, bro.
can you see the difference?
Oh,
It-
Definitely.
Definitely.
The banding,
Very
the
subtle.
lighter patterning, the lighter coloration. Honestly, it has a little bit more reduction in the keyholes.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Blacks.
resemble it a lot to like a low quality Enchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the
an
Enchi
Enchi
color.
lacking the color.
Yes.
Right.
All right,
That's
so
always
let me
what I
try and get these guys, and I'm gonna bring out an xanthic. So this
Okay.
that's just an
Xanthic.
xanthic, and
Don't ask what line.
yeah. And this is an xanthic scrambler.
I don't know. They look very
Oh,
similar,
yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
I can't
Can't
tell
tell
the
the
difference.
difference.
Oh, that makes me really excited. That's
Dude.
cool.
That
Okay.
one's even
That
better
is
than
awesome.
my MJ Xanthic Hepide that I got. Scrambler. Fire Scrambler. That one's not fire, though. That's the difference.
No.
That's just the MJ Xanthic Scrambler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the fire version. That's why. Okay. Yeah, that one actually looks a little bit better, which I'm surprised because I really love the fire Scrambler interaction.
I have a female who's building, and I was debating about putting her into Xanthic, and that just kind of sealed the deal.
No, you
Dude,
have
it's
to
so nice.
catch
Alright.
up, Titan.
So
I know, I'm slacking.
So just as a little showcase here, I'll show mine real quick. So that's the side of my girl. I had to upload her in just because I wasn't sure if anybody was going to have it. So that's the Fire MJ Xanthic Scrambler hat pied.
Okay.
That's the
So-
tail. Sorry. Go away. There we go.
All right, so this is a pied scrambler. No orange stream,
Wow.
no calico, just pied scrambler. I'm waiting to hatch one out that says, you know, something on there like haters gonna hate or something like that, you know, like, or a middle finger. I don't know, you know, I'm working on it. But, so there's your pied scrambler, okay? And
I love how it puts the blocky clouds on the sides, just like that comment there, Trey.
And that is obviously a pied axanthic scrambler. It could have calico in there. I don't know.
Can you hold the Xanthic a little closer to the camera so we can see the edges of the patterning?
Sure. I'm gonna see if that will. Problem is, I don't have it on
Yeah.
autofocus.
Oh, that's okay. It's so clean. I love that.
Yeah. So, I mean, the way I got these is I had
What up,
a calico, straight calico, double het, axanthic pied female. And I mean, I've had her since I think 2016 and she never went for me. So I bred her really early and I bred her to a OD piebald scrambler male. And she laid one of the earliest clutches for me this year. And this is what I got. So you can see, I'm sure you'll agree, there's no OD in that pied, in the pied scrambler. And the other one, there's your scrambler.
Yeah.
Axanthic pied.
What you've seen in the calico pieds is they typically raise the saddles up a lot more,
Yeah.
give them even more choppy edging, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
So do you feel like it's not in this one?
Yeah, I don't think
I
there's
know you're
calico
unsure.
in. I don't think there's calico in this one. Even though, you know, when you look at the tail, you would almost think that there's calico in there, but that is a telltale. You see how I did that? Sign is in the tail. The last third of scramblers is very apparent when they're scramblers because their tails become, I don't know,
Crazy.
the elongated pattern, and it's just almost a different snake.
Yeah, and Scrambler always
Get a lot
likes
of-
to add the dorsal into pieds. Do you notice?
Sorry, calico adds dorsal?
No, it's a Scrambler. I don't know if I said that correctly. The Scrambler consistently likes to add that dorsal striping in, correct?
Well, a dorsal stripe that is not typical to pieds.
Yeah.
When you look at a pied patch with the two vertical lines, that's typical pied. This is not typical pied.
Mm-hmm. I love how it really puts actual alien heads back on the sides of that pied.
Right.
It's a more moldable
But they're not.
pattern.
You're not seeing any eyes. Very seldom will you see eyes of those alien heads, right? Okay, so I'm going to put these guys away. And what else? Okay, so this is a clutch I just hatched out this week. Okay, and they are going into shed. But that's a clown. This is a clown from the same clutch that I don't think is Scrambler. But what's interesting is this, which I think is leopard.
OD fire scrambler.
Oh, no, there's no fire in
No?
this. No, I think that's just leopard OD
Scrambler.
What was
scrambler.
the pairing? What was the pairing for that clutch mark?
Okay, so I bought a male from Oz, and I said to him before I, bought it, I said, look, the reason I'm buying this male is because I think it has scrambler, and it was a Cypress Super Orange Dream clown.
I remember that male.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
I bred it to a scrambler. So this could be a super scrambler. This one here. But I mean it's wiped out the leopard pattern. The only reason why I think it's leopard is because of the head.
Can we get a closer look?
Yeah, I find too, Mark. I don't know about you, but with scrambler and leopard, it keeps the pattern, and at the very end, it sort of like stripes it.
Yeah, and I mean this is not a leopard pattern.
That could be super. No.
Yeah.
You sure that's not a colubrid?
Now Cypress was in the pairing.
Yeah,
Do you think it has Cypress in that?
There's no way that has Cypress in it. And
Nah, I don't think so too.
there were, and I don't think this one
headstand.
has Cypress in it either. And it's got a great headstand.
The head looks crazy on it.
Yeah.
And there's that. I would have sworn that'd be like a leopard OD scrambler fire clown. Like, look at that thing.
It looks vanilla.
Yeah, I could see this being like a OD Super Scrambler clown or something for the other one.
The
Yeah,
clown on the
so-
right, it's got that classic blade kind of wishbone
Yeah.
on the back of the head.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I think
Yeah.
blade is in there.
some of the Desert Ghost clowns that I got from you, Antoine, have head patterns like this.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's true. Yeah.
Is there yellow belly in the mix?
no.
Can you see the
Wow.
side gut
Damn.
of this clown
Yeah, look
on
at
the
the
table?
side on that. That's why I'm saying, like,
Get it
holy.
closer.
Jeez.
Now imagine adding like yellow belly or asphalt to this. It's just
Yeah,
scary.
no kidding. Yeah.
It's scary, you know?
And the reason I brought that other clown out is because I don't think it has scrambler in it.
That other
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Very,
This
100%.
one.
Can you roll the snake so we can see that belly a little?
Sure.
That thing is insane.
Yeah, the sides are typical. We'll get this later on in the episode, I guess. But like the sides are typical scrambler clown, where the pattern doesn't touch the belly, or doesn't. The side pattern doesn't really touch any of the belly. So that's like
look
high
how clean
expression
that is.
scrambler clown to me.
Yeah. Well, you
It's
produce
amazing.
one of the best scrambler clowns I've ever seen, Antoine.
I appreciate it. I sold it, unfortunately.
I
sold
know.
that.
To
and it's aging very well.
Yeah.
yeah.
to a local guy in Quebec. So
Yeah.
Crazy,
Well,
yeah.
This
So
is an adult, and this is a Java Super Orange Dream, I believe Super Scrambler. But I mean, look at the tail on this thing.
Yeah,
It's-
every pattern has lift, white belly underneath. Have
Are you
noticed-
finding a lot of ringers with your scramblers?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Well, that
Good
clown
question.
that was just up here before this had a ringer,
Mhm.
and there's no
Yep.
hide in there whatsoever.
That thing is insane. The drag that it has, like slicing through the pattern at the tail.
And
yeah, that's wicked.
this one I think is super as well. So this is a Super Orange Dream Fire Super Scrambler. And I've produced quite a few Super Orange Dream Fire Scramblers, but none of them have pattern like this.
Yeah, that's
Unreal.
And this
And-
is
and-
a
adult.
2025. This is at about 600 grams.
yeah. It doesn't look like it's
That's good
losing
as it gets.
any momentum on that.
No.
I mean, the
Look at
color and the cleanliness almost is like a DG with
Mm-mm.
all of its color, you know?
Well, I said
So
the
clean.
Scrambler is the poor man's DG, but I don't want to say poor man because it. I think it's better than DG. I mean, as far as aging goes, I think the DG, single gene DG, does not age as well as what the. So this is a DG. This is a Desert Ghost Scrambler Super Pastel. That's it. And this was its clutch mate, and that is just a Scrambler DG.
Oh, wow.
Nuts.
That's quite big.
That Scrambler DG
That's really
interaction
clean.
is crazy.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite snakes. I mean, talk, just a single DG Scrambler, and look how clean that is compared to just a DG.
Scrambler DG
The
class could be wild.
The pattern's totally different too.
Oh, absolutely,
Totally
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
I love how the tops of the alien heads towards like mid-body to the tail are more furled.
Yeah.
They have a lot more rounded bumps in them.
So that's all I got for you tonight, guys. But
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, those were amazing. And that was a great spread of variety for us to see what that can do in a lot of different, honestly, different recessives and different incomplete dominants. So thank you for that, Mark.
And I just want to say to Mike from Balls of Fury, you really do a great job in your Morph Mondays, or what I forget what it's called, but when you showcase different morphs, and you've highlighted Scramblers several times. I really appreciate it. You've done a great job.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you, Mark. I appreciate that. No problem at all.
You're funny as fuck too.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I love the videos.
Yeah, they cracked me up.
Good,
Yep,
good.
and
That's
it don't
what they're
matter
for.
if it's a repost. I'm still liking it.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
what they're for.
So, Billy, why don't
Appreciate
you
you guys.
go ahead and take us through some of your basics that you have set up for us. Save some of the better stuff for later on, though.
Okay, so hopefully you can see.
Now, are you on a laptop or a phone?
No, I'm on a computer. There we go.
Okay, then that'll be perfect.
So this here is just a, ouch, come on, a calico scrambler.
Is it in shed?
Sweet.
No, it's just, I guess, the lighting.
Oh, no worries.
It might be
Yeah.
going into shed. Actually, it does look like it's going into shed now that I look at it.
Just a little hazy, barely.
But the color,
But
like,
pattern.
yeah, no yellow belly, no OD, just calico scrambler. This is what I'm IDing it as, because I've never seen another calico like this. It's not het pied, it's not het for anything, just calico scrambler.
And the one thing I noticed with Calico Scrambler, because that's about the third like simple combo I've seen with it, is that the Scrambler, the Calico likes to actually kind of chop up the Scrambler back into more alien heads, separates it more. Until you get to the tail.
So,
Crazy color.
people were talking about cinnamon and enchi. Cinnamon enchi scrambler.
That's cool.
No OD,
Very cool.
no yellow belly. You know,
So much
just
lighter. Like the reds are redder. The color overall is a lot lighter, more khaki tannish colored.
And then I've got
And-
one where if you want to add Mojave, OD, Fire, Calico, Scrambler. Let's see. And this is what I mean. I'm pretty sure there's fire in there. Mark?
Yeah, I would say so.
You know, normally with fire, the head's much brighter, but because it has like, you know, I might even be Enchi as well. Enchi, Mojave, Scrambler, Calico, Fire. But I mean, look at the, like, see how you see all the crazy pattern and then whoop.
The tail,
Yeah.
yeah. The last third. It's always the
Yeah.
last third.
And then here's just this one is in shed, but here's a banana, scrambler pied. Could be super, I'm not sure.
Yeah, lots of pattern.
Crazy.
Just super thin. You said you think that's a possible super, right?
I'm not sure. It doesn't look like some of the others in the clutch that look like that. And that could also be pastel too, but I'm not 100% sure. But one thing I do like is the interaction with leopard. So here is a leopard, scrambler, double het, MJ Xanthic pied.
Nice.
So you see how it, like normal pattern, and then near the end with leopard, it's sort of like stretches it out.
Absolutely.
Webs it, kind of like gives it little attachments from the pattern to the dorsal by the tail.
But I mean, you take any other leopard, they don't look like this. That's not a leopard.
It's almost zebra-ish,
Yeah,
like with the towering and the zippering at the dorsal.
So that's a double het MJ pied. Got to catch up to Mark somehow.
It'll never happen.
I know. But, we can try, right? I mean,
We can try, Billy.
we definitely.
That's the whole point. We have to try.
Absolutely.
Now this one, this has some Enchi leopard. So I have this one as a Enchi leopard, orange dream, scrambler.
Wow. I can
That could be
definitely see it.
super Enchi. It could also be
Super
super
Enchi,
Enchi
okay.
with that head. I'm not really sure, but you know, when I go with the genes that were in the pairing, and there's also what I believe is a scrambler animal in one of the pairings, and I look and nothing else comes close to this. It's like, okay, well, why does mine look like none of the others that I look up?
I mean, the color alone is so much lighter than what you'd expect that combo to look like. Almost looks hypo.
I wish.
I could definitely see that being the super Enchi version with how much coverage it has in pattern, kind of stacking on that OD, and then Scrambler putting all the Swiss cheese holes throughout it with the leopard. It'd be interesting to see it prove out. Are you going to hold that back in? Is it a breeder, the last one?
Well, it's up there. It's in my holdback rack. And then here's another one that I made.
Nice.
That isn't super Enchi, and I'm like, what's going on with these?
So that is a super Enchi no leopard?
Yeah, and this is a visual pied too.
Wow.
This was from pied to pied pairing.
That doesn't even look pied if you were to not know that, you know?
And that's the thing. There's so many different variables that I tried looking stuff up, and I can't see it. Where is this one too? I end up getting this one. I have this labeled as a banana Mojave, OD leopard, scrambler, and this is double het clown pied.
That's nice.
That's nice.
So banana Mojave, OD leopard, scrambler. You know, you take the scrambler away, it doesn't look like that. And I mean, look at that. Like, you know, you were saying, like,
Oh yeah.
this one could be possible yellow belly. I don't know, because scrambler gives that sort of like look. Like when Mark had that clown, I'm like, you sure there's no yellow belly? He's like, nope. And that's why, like, how do I, if scrambler didn't do that, I would say that's yellow belly all day because of that bright, you know, flaming from the bottom. But scrambler does that. So
I feel like it's very possible just because of how much it has that lift going down the whole body, but that thing is incredible.
But yeah, and this is a double het clown pied female. So she'll be ready probably late this year, next year. And let's see. I'll say that one for last. I can do this one. So this here, really crazy. This is only a pastel Enchi yellow belly pied het lab. No OD, no OD. And by looking at it, I'm like, you can see the skull and crossbone. So
the pastel Enchi scrambler, those are the only three things putting color into that.
Pastel Enchi yellow belly scrambler.
Yeah, that's insane.
Pied, 100% het lav.
Has anybody else on the panel seen anything like that much color in a kind of like a scrambler Enchi pied combo? Just simple.
And I mean,
I don't have it with Enchi and pied, so I can't comment.
Yeah, and people are like, "Oh, pastel is not good." Like, wow, look at this. Imagine adding Orange Dream into this. Like, you know what I mean? To intensify it, or even calico, right? To get that pattern intensified. But I mean, I'm just like, this animal is just like, it glows.
Heck yeah. So that was your last one for the basics, Billy?
Yeah, I mean, I've got I've got a few others that I want to show that are pretty intense, but we'll leave those to last. Get someone else a shot.
Frank, I know you had a few that you wanted to show off for the basics.
Yeah.
And then after Frank, we'll go ahead and we'll do DPR's showcase, because I know it's getting late over there. All good.
Yeah, and I got to cut out at 10 because I've got a date.
Sounds good, man.
With my wife. I promised her I'd be off at 10.
Mine's in Peru right now. I wish I could.
Well,
Peru?
Yeah, she's leaving 3 weeks off grid.
Oh, wow. Great country,
If anybody goes to visit Mark, he pretty much takes you on like a breeder date. He's like cooking for you, all that. I still have to go on my trip.
Yeah.
He sure does make you feel special. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've cooked for Antoine a few times.
Yeah, never enough. I'm coming back anytime.
We were there last year when he cooked for everybody.
Yeah, Sammy was there, yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's see. What do we got, Frank?
So these are two siblings and single gene scramblers. And when I hatched these out, I was like, what the heck? And then I went to Mark's info on his MORPH market and looked at the single gene that he had posted, and so similar. I was like, there it is right here.
Dude, nails it right there. Well, how does everybody else feel? Single gene scramblers?
I would say.
I would concur.
Definitely.
So that's single gene. There's no other.
It is head hypo. They are head hypo.
There's no orange dream. There's no nothing. Just
I had them tested.
Wow.
I had them tested for OD. They both came back negative.
Wow.
Really
and again, you look at the tail and the patterning. It's
You can see the chop at the bottom of every alien head. Even though the alien heads wrap around the belly more from the hypo. Can you bring it up to the camera? You still get that chop at the bottom of the belly. The other one
It
has
looks
it a
really
little bit
bright, do
more.
they not, Mark? Like something else in there?
Very bright, very
Yeah,
bright.
like vanilla or fire? No, not
Nope.
fire.
Nope.
Yeah, but
There's
Put a
again,
normal down
there,
next to them because
yeah,
I think it may be
there's
your
a
lighting.
testament, right? Because, but if you look at the black background in his hand, I'm not seeing like that. That looks pretty accurate to me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
for sure.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah, and like I said, the pattern looks very similar to your scrambler that you posted on most market under the info section.
Right.
Just the pattern and the brightness on it, you know. So they're two males. I wish one was a female so I could breed them together. But I'm going to be putting them to the most simple thing I can. They're almost ready, so we'll see what happens after that. So I'll put those
Hell
in.
yeah. Well, while you're grabbing another snake there, I am going to go ahead and shout out one of our new sponsors here. If you guys are in need of any kind of rodents, make sure you guys are checking out Frostbite Feeders USA on Instagram, frostbitefeeders.com. Use code GEM10 for 10% off and sign up for a recurring order account. This way you can lock in your number every single month. And they have a huge supply, great quality, totally some of the best American bred rodents out there. Make sure you guys check them out and check out their list because their price list is comparable and it's going to beat even some China price lists. So make sure you guys check these guys out. They are doing God's work, providing us cheaper feeders. All right, Frank. That thing is beautiful.
Yeah. So black pastel, NG-OD yellow belly scrambler.
Black pastel, Enchi, OD, yellow belly, and scrambler. So
Yeah.
you got the ALS, Enchi, black pastel, and you know, that thing is insane. It's even brighter than a campfire would be, and a campfire would just be a calico black pastel Enchi.
And that's what, about 1,500 grams?
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to pair her soon.
Yeah. Look at the vibrancy of that animal.
I mean, it's better than a
Ridiculous.
bonfire, you know?
That's
It's
really
insane. Beautiful. And look at the tail.
Unreal.
The telltale
Yeah.
tail.
That last, like, you know, quarter to third always
The
is
third, always the third, I
Yeah.
find. Yeah.
and it drags and it like just intensifies, you know.
Yeah.
And I think she may be going into shed, right? She's
Yeah,
starting to
this
get a little
one's starting to
hazy.
go. Yeah, it's just going.
So let me see here.
Hey, Mike, can I borrow those glasses for a minute? Oh my
I'm
That
glad I
ain't
brought them. I
her.
came prepared.
Yeah, smart man.
There
I
she
didn't
is.
know.
That's her. So this is that same female
Right.
out of shed.
Yep.
Crazy.
Good lighting.
Yeah. And you take Scrambler out of the combo, it looks nothing even remote close to that animal. Oh my God! Here we go.
Oh, wow.
So I got this down as leopard, NG, yellow belly, scrambler, calico, het clown.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No OD?
Yeah, OD too. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's definitely OD.
I was gonna say, my God.
Yeah, I tested for OD. It did have OD. Yep.
Yeah, definitely OD, man. Wow. I think all yours are also het.
Yeah, this is het clown. The one you saw before, though, the big female, she wasn't het for anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
het for colubrid because they're moving like colubrid.
Was this animal in one of the baby pictures that you sent me?
Yeah, this is the one of them that I had still.
Insane. I really love what leopard does, man. It really looks amazing.
It should be in the picture. If not, I just put it in there because I still had it. Right.
And I'm glad Mark showed the scrambler combo with leopard and clown, because I've got a lot of those. So it's definitely going into the combos down the road.
This one here is one that Frank sent a picture of.
Oh, yeah.
It was a black pastel Enchi and
Enchi.
Scrambler. That's it.
Yep.
So that's the ALS with the Scrambler, but younger.
Frank,
But I think that we showed one of those earlier that looked different. So this one may just be black pastel Scrambler.
No, I believe it's empty in that.
Yeah, I'd concur on that.
Yeah, it's too orange not to be.
What would you think the difference is between this animal and the animal earlier then?
Mine was cinnamon, but you know.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
picking up the
cinnamon does
audience,
have a
man.
lot more lift to it.
There we go.
Now that one is oat, yellow belly, Enchi, Scrambler, fire, I believe, and calico, and it's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fire and vanilla are made for you know, OD and scrambler.
Yeah. Now this one, I believe, it doesn't have fire in it. This one's a lot brighter.
Yeah, and the head.
And the head, right? Yeah. This is without fire.
No yellow belly?
Yep, there's yellow belly in it.
Oh, okay, because man, look at the orange coming up. It's like lava.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shit, I not only try to catch up to Mark, I got to catch up to Frank. I'm afraid
What
to
were the
wait for
genetics on
Antoine
those ones again, Frank?
and Clayton.
I'm trying to find the
Jesus.
picture.
It's
There's
amazing,
fire
Frank.
in the one. That
I'll
thing
show,
is insane.
I'll show
with
one
some
more.
fire.
So this is Super Enchi, Super OD.
Oh, Jesus.
It's probably Super Scrambler also.
Super Enchi.
Super OD. I believe it's Super
Scrambler.
Scrambler. Yep.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Wow. Super, super, super.
Yep. Yep. And this was out of 3 eggs. I hit this.
Rub it in some more.
Yeah, he does that.
Wow.
Beautiful.
All right,
And that's the
Frank,
thing, is
save
like-
some for the showcase.
I'll save one more. I'll save the last one for the showcase.
There's no recessive in that at all, right?
No,
You got one more?
Isn't it crazy? Like these
Yeah.
aren't even recessive animals.
Frank,
No,
can
go
you
ahead.
show
Let's
the
see
one
the
that I
last
bought?
one, Frank.
What's that?
No,
Let's see
the one that I bought. The one that you're
Unless
gonna
you
be
want to
sa-
save it.
Oh, you want to see the last one, sir?
Yeah, you said.
Oh, I
you
got
had
one more.
last
So you want me to save for that? I'm going to show my super. Okay, hold on.
Okay. Nah, you're good to go. I'll probably forget if we wait. Damn.
Super Scrambler, OD, Enchi, Calico, Yellow Belly, Fire.
Yeah. You can tell the fire. Look at that thing, dude.
And the Enchi.
Yep.
The bleed at the bottom,
Wow.
at the back, towards the tail.
Yeah.
Like,
Insane.
I've seen calicos before, but like, come on, man. Like,
This animal is about 1,900 grams, too.
I'm trying to figure
Ouch.
out. We got to go through the pictures too when you're done with that animal.
Yeah, this is my main
that's
breeder.
what, like 1,800.
About 1,900 grams.
And look at that. Like, I mean, wow. Hey, Mark, when you guys are in your room cleaning
Yeah.
snakes,
Yeah.
you guys have like sunglasses on.
No,
My
but
God.
we have a box of Kleenex for when we drill,
Yeah, okay.
and
Jesus. And
Frank's
that's what I
got
mean.
the
Like,
radioactive on lock.
if you can show any animal with those genetics
Exactly.
without the scrambler that even looks remotely like
yeah,
that,
no, it
I
doesn't.
would like to see it. And
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah.
That's why
You know?
I'm such a believer in it. I mean,
100%.
it's just crazy, you know?
I mean, that's what I do. I mean, before I'd be making a combo and I'd be typing it in.
Right,
And,
right.
and it's like, okay, mine look nothing like any of these.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to me, it has to be the scrambler.
Yeah. I'd be like looking online, say, all right, prove me wrong, and that can't do it. You know, it's just crazy.
Beautiful stuff.
Thank
Very
you.
awesome,
Thank you.
Frank.
Very beautiful.
Thank you.
I'll be sending you my address.
Just tell us the truth, Frank. You've been line breeding.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
You've been line breeding.
All right. We appreciate you, Frank, and the
No problem.
showcase. Those are some amazing animals. So next up, we are going to get into DPR's collection of scramblers. He sent over some crazy, incredible photos for me to share for all of us to talk about and break down. So let's go ahead and get
Ready.
into that. What's that?
I don't know if I'm gonna wipe my drool or just cry. Like, you know, but I'm ready either way.
So Cue Ball Morphs, use code GEM20. Check these guys out on Morph Market for their availability. But not only that, hit them up. Check out the sponsor promos. Kind of got chopped up on this episode, but if you watch this show, check out the previous episodes. We have amazing content, but you'll catch every single mutation that is kind of out of the ordinary that they work with, but that's not all. So definitely inquire, see what their availability list is, what can fit into your projects, and save 20% off the entire order. Let's go ahead and get into Antoine's animals.
All right, you
So
want to
how's it
start with
going
some
tonight,
of
Antoine?
you want to start with some of the original stuff that I sent you, some that I got from Oz and Mark.
Yes, sir. I should have it in pretty good order. Let me find it up here. I got so many. All right, so we're gonna go here.
Right, okay. So the right animal is the very, very first official scrambler that was acquired into, this one was in NBK Reptile Collection. Originally purchased from Mark when he released some really, really awesome calico animals. It was purchased as a Super Orange Dream Fire calico. That was prior to the whole branding of Scrambler, the whole naming. And a few months after purchasing this animal, Mark reached out to me and he says that he doesn't think it's fire, but he thinks it's a new gene that he's working on, that he's kind of backtracking, and he's calling it Scrambler. So this is a proven Super Orange Dream Calico Scrambler, and that beside is a single gene Orange Dream Calico to give you some perspective. And you know, if you breed ball python, just another dose of OD is not going to do that much transformation to the animal. So that is the very first animal that was acquired. That's the same snake a bit earlier on. Now is a lot more white, a bit less orange intensity, but it's one of the most epic transformation in an animal that we've had over at the facilities.
Heck yeah. So what about this one here next?
So that's a baby from this animal. This was paired to a Cantaloupe Project animal as well. So this is a Super Orange Dream Fire Cantaloupe Scrambler. And this snake was purchased at Tinley by Ralph at Reptizon. So there's some Scrambler and Cantaloupe in Europe. And that animal is one of the brightest orange babies we've hatched. And it sold almost instantly at Tinley. And that was you know, kind of in the early beginnings of Scrambler, and that animal sold because of how insanely orange and vibrant it is. And you have like that typical weird banding pattern and those splotches of pattern on the halfway in the snake, and just truly an exceptional animal. The sibling of that snake is, in my opinion, even more intense. So if you want to show the picture of the other one.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say that the choppy cloudiness to the pattern on this one, and that richness and color from the cantaloupe stacking, it's a beautiful combo. Like the Scrambler with the cantaloupe, and even having the fire and everything in there, amazing.
Yeah. That's a beautiful snake for sure.
So this is
I've had some adult pictures. Yeah, I've had some adult pictures from Ralph, and he's telling me that this animal as an adult is absolutely spectacular. So this is one of the most orange scramblers we've ever hatched. This is a Super Orange Dream Scrambler Yellow Belly. That's it. That's all. Nothing else involved. No hets whatsoever. That's just what it is. And this snake is truly unreal. It has everything you want from a ball python in terms of pattern distribution, flaming, intensity of the blacks, intensity of the oranges, zigzag pattern in the dorsal. It's, you know, bright orange head. Yeah, this animal is phenomenal. And I've sent you another picture of this snake at probably 700 grams, and you'll see that the oranges are just the exact same. And it's in my hand. You see like the colors, and it's yeah, there you go. Like,
yeah, I had the note to ask you if that was from the cantaloupe clutch, just because it was so bright. Yeah.
This is not from the cantaloupe clutch. Same father, but that's an unrelated. So that's not cantaloupe involved. That's pure scrambler at play in this one.
Wow.
So just super OD yellow belly scrambler. That's it.
Yeah, fine super OD like that.
Sorry?
I said fine super OD yellow belly that looks like that. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, it might be a little hard. It might be a little hard. Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is a clown.
If you want to go to the picture of the one I bought from Aussie, because we'll go like father and then go to the offspring afterwards. Yeah, that's it. So this snake here, I purchased from Oz, not as a scrambler, of course, but it was purchased as a orange stream, yellow belly or asphalt, Barnhard black pastel, cypress clown. I did the shed testing for yellow belly or asphalt, and I had some discussion with my staff in the past. Jay, he's from Japan. He's really knowledgeable in terms of genetics. And he was like, you know, I'm not too sure this is cypress. So I did the shed testing for cypress and yellow belly and asphalt. So the results of this animal here are negative for asphalt, so it's a yellow belly, and negative for cypress. So that means that this snake, and I've had a few clutches from this male, so I can really prove that results. So the genetics on this animal are orange dream, yellow belly, Barnard black pastel, scrambler clown. So if you remove the scrambler, it's just an ODYB black pastel clown.
That's amazing.
Yeah, this to me is just exactly what I want to see from the scrambler, and it's everything from the project that I love in clown, and I'm really going to heavily focus in making scrambler clown with that look. So there's no patterns that touch the belly, all floating and connected alien heads. We can't even call them alien heads anymore.
I was going to ask, it's produced offspring that did not possess scrambler to prove it wasn't a super?
I mean, it has produced some lower expression animals, and I'm still in figuring out if this animal could be super or not. I think I have produced supers from this animal because I suspect that some of my females that I had him paired with might be scrambler, but I don't want to jump into conclusion because I can't like backtrack where some of the females could have had the scrambler, but it's an OD female, so it could be from, you know, could be somewhere hidden in the lineage. This animal could be a super as well, because I've looked through a lot of pictures from Aussie, and this might be the most extreme example of ODYB black pastel with scrambler that I've seen from Oz. I'm subscribed to his newsletter, and he sends email all the time. And I look through this, and I can see a consistent look of potential scrambler animal and some clown stuff that he has.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful. So from there, do you want to go back to that clown that I had pulled up?
Yeah, we can go there.
All
right, so this one here, the pairing was this male, so ODYB, Black Pastel Scrambler Clown, to a OD Fire Clown, OD Fire Het Clown, sorry. And that female could also be Scrambler. So this one here I labeled as a ODYB, Black Pastel Fire Scrambler Clown. This is a female. I have held her back. And you can clearly see on the lower third of the animal, the pattern is super stretched out, super funky, insane colors. Really a super pretty snake.
Yeah,
thing's sick.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
I mean, the lift that it has, and then like the drag at the pattern where it like crosses over the tail or over the dorsal towards the tail, it like kind of curves backwards like a hook. That thing is kind of gets wild back there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So that's the sibling. This one doesn't have yellow belly. I think that this is a super OD Barnhart Black Pastel Fire Scrambler clone. So no yellow belly in this one, but super orange stream. Again, a lot of the pattern are not touching the belly. You're right thinking that my male, the sire of this, could be super Scrambler because it's like a heavy expression. And this one, you have some of the patterns that kind of want to touch the belly but are not quite there. And you get that like smushed up connected pattern on there. And again, the tail is completely wicked. And then you have that like crazy ringer even without head pied or whatever involved.
The full chaining of the pattern as well makes you kind of lean
Yeah.
more towards super. Like you said, the female may have had it, but it's just insane. I mean, it's a dilemma to know about the supers, but I feel like that's about all we have a dilemma with at this point. You know, proving supers out, and in the combos that they're in, they seem to all be, you know, pretty deep combinations of genetics that we see this super form in.
Yeah, and then the next one is the one that Mark was referring to as the craziest one from that clutch. Unfortunately, one I sold.
Let me see here. Did I not get a third one? I don't know if I got another one.
You should have had that one. You want me to send it again real quick?
Yeah, send it to me on Instagram. I got some pictures I got to grab from Jeremy too real quick. But yeah,
okay, yeah, I'll send it.
Looks like I didn't have that one. So
okay,
yeah, I'll grab that, and I'll grab Jeremy's pictures that he wants to share as well. But next up, while we're doing that, if Ed and Kate, did you have a couple of basics that you wanted to show off?
Guys, I gotta leave, so I just want to say goodnight. Thank you for the opportunity to talk about these snakes, and thanks for showing your stuff.
Enjoy your date.
All right.
Say hi to Jane for me.
Good night,
Thank
Mark.
you. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. All right, Jared, I sent you the picture of the other one.
All right, you guys talk about your snakes for a minute while I grab these pictures, and everybody in the panel just kind of add into the content.
Okay. This is just a scrambler pied. Pretty much similar to the one that Mark showed.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Beautiful.
Low expression. Just a simplistic combo, just the scrambler and the pied. So I'm gonna show a couple of comments said that Enchi and Scrambler weren't good together.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that Neelix?
Did you hand me Neelix? Yeah, this is Neelix. This is the father to all the Eternal Flame projects. Notice how every scrambler animal wants to scram? And he is 4, almost 5 years old.
So what is that? What's that? A banana, OD, Enchi, Scrambler, Calico?
No. Banana, Calico, Cinnamon,
Enchi.
Calico,
Scrambler.
yeah, Banana, Calico, Cinnamon, Enchi, Extreme Gene, and Scrambler.
Oh, wow.
That is insane.
And here's his son. This is one of the first born out of the first clutch he sired. This is our Elvis.
Elvis.
All right, time out. I'm
Yeah.
just popping that up and removing it. Don't worry. Keep going.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Very nice.
And he's 3 years old. Two and a half. Yeah, 3 years old.
He's produced a
The other
few
one's
clutches
5.
for you already.
Yep, many clutches. So we'll get into the babies from these.
What I'm enjoying most about this episode so far is Frank and a lot of other people have been showing basically adult snakes, and the colors are insane.
This is not a baby from one, but this is a hypo scrambler pied.
Nice.
Hypo and Scrambler, I think that they
Very
really
nice.
work well together in the pieds. If Mark was here, he would have been like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. It's beautiful.
There's your last third of your tail, that jumble.
Mm-hmm.
What's this?
Shout out to Dwight the Pied Man. He actually picked up this Super Orange Dream Scrambler Hypo Piebald from Mark recently. So keep an eye out over there for what he produces.
That's a nice look.
We're going to go over a little bit of darker stuff with the scrambler.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Let me see that.
Give us 2 more animals, and then I want to swing back to Antoine to finish off that segment. So what is this one here, though?
This is Cinnamon Blackhead Calico Extreme Gene Scrambler.
Interesting. If you can almost smush it into the camera so we can get a close-up on the pattern. There we go, yeah. Ooh, that's nice. You can see the pixelation of the calico kind of making the bottom half gray. Very
It's
interesting.
very nice.
And then one more dark one for us, and we'll come back.
Here's your campfire. Enchi, this has got blackhead in it though. Enchi, blackhead, cinnamon, calico, and scrambler together.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
No OD.
The blackhead really controls a lot of it, but look at the tail. Look at the cloudiness.
Enchi blackhead, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I had a blackhead Enchi, cinnamon, and it did not look anything like that.
Hypo that, man. That's what we need.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
hypo DG. There's no end to this.
Did you want me to
All
keep
right.
going, or you want me to hold off?
1 second here. Let's hold off for just a minute. I got this last picture of Antoine's to pull up here, loaded in. There you go, Antoine.
All right. So from the same pairing, same thing. That is what I think could be a Super Scrambler, and would be the Super OD version of the father. So that is Super OD Yellow Belly, Barnhart Black Pastel Scrambler / Super Scrambler Clown. One of the most, and if you take pictures with iPhone, you know that the colors on this picture are dulled down. One of the most orange snake I've seen in person or ever hatched. Insane busy pattern. Like this snake is completely wicked to me. Completely wicked.
That's beautiful, buddy. Congrats.
Yeah, that's really
Wow.
nice.
Insane.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I've had so many different people reach out, and regarding the whole debate about Scrambler in the industry right now, and the main consensus about this animal was like, regardless of Scrambler or not, I just want to have snake that looks like this. That's the whole point. That was the whole point. And people were like, this is the look that I'm trying to strive for, and I want to produce animals because this is absolutely badass. So Scrambler or not, this is the point that what I am trying to breed. I want to hatch snake that look like this. And if Scrambler is the answer, well, so be it, and let's go for that. But visually speaking, the animals are speaking for themselves, and I've never seen anything quite like this in any other projects.
For
Well
sure,
said.
for sure. I appreciate you sharing all those amazing animals with
Sure.
us. I wanted
On this
to
bangers,
just show
guys,
off.
I had a really good time with all of you tonight. I'll see you soon, and I can't wait to see what insane scramblers you're all going to be producing this year.
Cool.
You have a good
Night,
night,
my
man.
man.
Thank
Good
you for
night.
joining us.
Cheers.
Peace
Have a
out,
good one,
man.
guys.
Some crazy animals, dude.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm the lone Canadian now. Thanks, Anton.
So Jeremy sent over a couple images. He can drop it in the chats. Photo A, this would be photo A. He can comment first what this is exactly, but it's obviously some sort of insane scrambler clown combo that he's trying to show off here. So let's see if he drops it in the comment. But the other one, I know he'll probably comment both of them. It's gonna be this one here. And this thing is insane. What do you guys think about that? You ever seen a webbed pattern like that before?
What's supposedly in it?
Is that a banana?
It's definitely this banana.
It's a banana
Yeah.
version of something for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely a visual clown.
Did he say the
Banana
pairing?
scrambler clown pied?
So
I was gonna say,
the
yeah, it looks clown pie-ish almost, but it's hard to.
I would think that's a clown pied, yeah.
He's got some
Yeah.
one that I
mean,
showed prior is the dad.
Leopard?
So that one there is the dad. I do believe it is visual clown pied.
banana leopard
then-
scrambler clown pie.
That's
And then
great.
that would be the
Insane.
baby from
That makes me
that
so
animal.
excited.
So like carbon copy, but banana, maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's got to be something else in it, make leopard maybe or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's leopard in there
Banana
for sure.
leopard scrambler clown pie. I don't know, but I mean, you know, I don't see snakes like that without scrambler.
The head stamp is crazy. It's almost Enchi-ish,
Oh,
but
my
it's
God.
more of a star.
You know what? I wonder if no. I mean, it could be Enchi leopard. I don't know. That's the thing. We're making stuff now that we can't ID because there's nothing else like it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he's got the ID, but I just don't see a comment on it yet, and it wasn't clear in the message when I grabbed the images real quick. But shout out to Jeremy Bowd. I saw a crazy comment where he was pairing up something with a tornado het BG. I'll go back and I'll try to find that. But while we're looking for that, why don't we get onto this crazy insane showcase? I think we went through enough of the basics, so everybody that has put together animals to showcase for us. Let's see.
You're up,
We got
Clayton.
Ed and Kate. They're ready to continue. So what
So
do you
this
guys
is the
got
one that
out
I
there?
just left off with. This is the edition
Whoa.
of Extreme Gene.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you calling this?
That's
ID?
crazy orange.
So it's Blackhead, Enchi, Calico, Scrambler, Cinnamon, Extreme Gene.
That's insane.
Nice. I like the color.
Extreme
Yeah.
Gene, I noticed when you mix Extreme Gene with Calico and Orange Dream, Scrambler and Orange Dream, it really deepens that orange.
That's crazy.
It's beautiful.
Very,
Can we
very
get-
vibrant.
Can you get that smashed into the camera real quick? We see the color a little better that way.
Sorry.
The pinks in that animal are insane.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that orange is so vibrant too, and that at the end of the tail, it's nuts.
Oh, look at it at the top of each pattern.
Yeah,
So
it's like
nice.
Gorgeous.
I mean, yeah,
We got
like
a
you
couple
said,
better
Billy,
ones.
show me an animal like that has that color without Scrambler. I've never seen it.
So we do have, this one doesn't have any eyes, unfortunately. But it's just a polymorphic expression, but same genes.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So nice.
Interesting. I don't know if it's freezing frame for everybody else, but it froze on a nice frame. So that thing is incredible. It has a lot less side pattern on that one side of the tail. Is it matching on the other side, or like the reduction?
Yep. There's the right side. There's left side.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, beautiful
And
animals.
this one kind of blows our mind. It looks like two snake. That's not the one. The next one is. So here's the addition of banana.
Yeah, you'll have to get real close on that because the lighter snakes are hard with the lighting. That thing is crazy. The purples are purple on that.
Yeah, it's really purple.
Banana.
Cinnamon and lavender.
Banana, blackhead, cinnamon, calico, scrambler, extreme gene.
It's like
Bet in person
grays.
that
The
looks
cinnamon is
awesome.
really bringing the purples out. That's what it is. The grayscale of the cinnamon kind of bleeding through the banana with all that intensity. It's insane. Man, cinnamon's showing off tonight.
Where's that? Where's this one go? This is the one that looks like two different snakes, and I'll save the last two for showstoppers. Those are the what we believe to be world's first.
Yeah,
So
and if they're better than
first.
these, then people have to wait.
You hide in the ringer?
It's great.
Nope. It looks like two. It looks like two different snakes. The further on you go out on, the color just loses color.
Interesting. Yep.
Pastel, banana, fire calico, scrambler?
No pastel.
No
No
pastel.
fire.
There's cinnamon,
Yeah.
cinnamon calico, scrambler,
Banana. Scrambler.
and then based on
see
the
the
other one that
Enchies?
you
Odie?
showed,
Nope.
no, Enchi.
Yep. Banana. I had it marked as blackhead. I don't believe it is. I think it's just banana, cinnamon, calico.
So you think it's a
Extreme
bonfire
gene
scrambler
and
with
scrambler.
no blackhead?
I don't believe there's blackhead in it. However, how that eye band connects in the back on the
And
bottom.
it's got more bubbles on the neck. I think it does have the
Correct.
blackhead.
Yep.
A little bit more bold outlining to the pattern. Comparing to the non-banana version that I saw earlier.
But there's no extreme gene in it. Just
And
a
it lacks
really
a little bit of that color, like at the top end of the alien heads and stuff. I feel like with
Yep.
the extreme gene, it would have had it a lot more.
orange
No.
and bright, vibrant.
That's interesting. That's crazy.
But it was
It's
two
twin,
snakes in
too.
one, and it's a twin.
Oh,
That's
it was a twin?
Yep, twin A, and then I'll show you twin B quick. That's not one of the last two. But this little one is a little bit smaller.
Oh, okay. That one's pastel cinnamon version for
Nope,
sure.
no pastel.
Oh, what? That one looks pewterish.
Yeah,
No, that's the blackhead. That's why.
correct.
Yeah. The blackhead cinnamon. And you think that one's got the extreme gene and the scrambler?
Correct. Because you can really see how those oranges just pop through, especially with the scrambler.
And it doesn't have any or blackhead because it's not giving any like separation to the pattern no more. It's fully
Correct.
chained out.
Yep.
Interesting.
But that's twin 2. That was our first set of twins.
Are you selling that snake?
Eventually.
That
When it
snake,
gets a little bigger.
I want to see that when it gets older.
Yep. We'll save our
Has-
best last two for you.
Has anybody seen something like that purple?
Can't say I have.
That's really nice.
Outside of like, you know, having recessives involved and stuff like lavender and everything. And the cleanliness, even with the banana, there's not very much speckling. Did you have some more to show? I just popped out the chat.
Do you want me to
Just
show
those two?
the last two?
Oh no, you can save those. Make everybody wait. That knows what's coming. At least has an idea. So, all right, next up, we are gonna go through Sammy's animals, which is the last live animals, and then we have a lot of amazing pictures from the other breeders to showcase and walk through, which some of those will blow your mind. So definitely stay tuned. While Sammy's getting ready here, I am just going to shout out these other amazing discount codes that you guys can use. So the biggest one here is Rice Reptiles. We got 30% off your entire order, and you know their collection. It's one of the best. Make sure you guys are getting the usage out of this code before they tell me to drop it, because it is temporary. It is hatchling season, and things are going to be heating up, as you see with the industry. I think sales are turning back around. You know, prices are where they're going to be at, and we need to adjust ourselves. But make sure you guys are getting those animals that you need, because these savings won't last. And then one more before Sammy is ready. We got Jim at Ectothermic Dungeon. So if you want some elite snake genetics, make sure you guys are running over and saving 10% off with your code DUNGEON10 and unlock your advantage today. And make sure you guys are using those codes at inquiry and a personal message or through the message system on Morph Market. There's not an actual promo code segment where you enter it. So make sure you guys are reaching out and saying you saw it here. You ready, Sammy?
Yeah, we got both up.
All right. Now save the trivial ones for later on. We'll go through those together, but these are going to be your true scramblers that you've purchased, correct?
Yeah, this one came from Babu.
Wow.
Very nice.
The color on that thing.
Yeah, so this is an Orange Dream Enchi Yellow Belly Scrambler Het Pie.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. Is it in shed?
Yeah, it's in shed. Yeah, it's
Oh, I was
shed.
about to say that's not hypo.
No.
The oranges are popping through that shed, though.
Yeah. So he'll be ready hopefully by October to start breeding.
Looking good.
Yeah. And then I bought one from Chris.
Yep. Putting into that next season is going to be going forever.
So this
And
one
if
is
you don't know, Sammy's producing some crazy heat over there.
Yeah. So this is an Ultramel Pie Scrambler Possible Orange Dream.
Ooh, that's the Ultramel Scrambler Pied.
Yeah.
So dope.
And that one was from Chris?
Yep. I got this one in Daytona last year in August.
Can we see a little bit of that side pattern, the actual like alien heads? Oh yeah, you can definitely see what Scrambler's putting into that animal. That's beautiful, man.
And
so what's your plans with that? What kind of project are you putting it to?
I'm putting this into my Mandarin Red Stripe Clown.
Mandarin and Red Stripe?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I'll show you the female now. There's going to it.
Has anybody seen the Scrambler and the Ultramel stuff yet?
Yes. So Chris,
So this is my this is the male that's going to this female.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's that leopard. Red stripe
leopard,
Mandarin.
red stripe Mandarin, yellow belly.
Nice.
Yeah, that's going to be a crazy combo
Beautiful.
getting Mandarin into
Yeah.
the Scrambler. Is anybody else go in that direction with the Mandarin Scrambler?
I don't have any
Yeah, hopefully we
Mandarin.
have some cool ones this season.
Nice. Hell yeah. So keep up with Sculpted if you're interested in seeing some Mandarin Scrambler stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody else asked about Mandarin Monsoon earlier in the chats. Is anybody taking Mandarin to Monsoon? I mean Scrambler to Monsoon, sorry.
Yeah, I am. I have eggs in the empty right now.
Frank, of course.
Let's go.
Yeah, I've got some pairings, but nothing in eggs yet. But working on it.
I'm a year
Heck
away.
yeah.
I got
So this
stacks
one
of
is
them.
I got this one from Mark, and a super orange dream scrambler pie.
Go to your right. There you go. Yeah. I
You said
mean,
super OD scrambler pie, Sammy.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's super, right?
I think it is, but I don't want to say super scrambler, super orange dream. So
How many clutches? I mean, have you produced any with that one yet?
no, this is a female. She's up to
Oh, okay.
600 grams.
Gotcha. That would be nice to see pairings or productions from her. She's beautiful.
Yeah, and then I got
That
another
gives
scrambler,
super off.
but this is a pen.
What was that?
That does give the indication of super.
Yep. Yeah. So this one is a pen scrambler, orange dream pen scrambler pie, head hypo.
That's
Yeah,
a good
the head
one.
hypo, baby. Yeah, hypo scrambler pie stuff is sick. I produced everything I made this year. It sold the fastest.
So I got this one from Tony from Hardwire.
Look at how much pinstripe pattern is put back into the pie because the scrambler though. Like you really get some pinstripe patterning to the alien heads.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not just like little dashes and stuff, you know.
Right.
Well, I'm doing that with Special this year too. So
Oh, that's a good idea.
Scrambler brings the Special back. But looking at that pin of how much Scrambler brought the pin back, I'm and Enchi, how much pattern it brings. I'm hoping that it saves like cinnamon and black pastel,
Spot nose too.
pet red xanthic, Special.
Spot nose.
Oh, spot nose too.
Spot
Yeah.
nose,
I
yeah.
got a spot nose yellow belly pied female that I'm breeding, but it's gonna be I might be able to do it this year, but I'm making a bunch of combos for down the road.
Yeah, I was gonna maybe since we got Billy on there, we got a couple people on there.
Okay, yeah.
So this one is I developed this one last year, and we think it's scrambler.
Yeah, this was from a clutch that every baby appeared to be scrambler,
Is there
and
fire
you
in the
seem to
clutch?
have some super in there.
Nope.
There's fire, yeah. No.
Oh yeah, it was fire.
Yeah, there's fire.
As soon as I see it, it's fire, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the father was
Scrambler is like a
orange
classic
dream,
interaction.
yellow belly fire, pie
look at
het lavender, and I threw it to a snow lavender, and I got this out of it.
That to me is a OD Fire Scrambler pied.
Maybe yellow
It's a
belly,
triple
too.
head because it's got VPI, lavender, and then pie.
Yeah, it's only hets.
Oh, it's
yeah.
Let me see the. Oh, okay, I didn't see.
That's like the tail. Show them the other part. Back up a little.
Look at that! Like, look at the dragging.
But if you go further out the body, you get a little bit more pattern, like you know, connection and stuff. You know.
But you
like
mean you see the
single
floaties?
Yeah.
And then-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I developed some babies this year from her, and I drew a different male, and almost every baby got the same pattern.
And I'm telling you, Sammy's collection, going through a lot of his animals and a lot of these.
And I got a
clutches he's
lavender
hatching
from
with
the same
him.
pairing.
He's got a lot of unlisted scrambler in his animals, and a lot of his animals came from collections that are known to have scrambler. Not all of them may be direct from, you know, one
This
of you
is
guys.
the
but
same clutch.
How can you deny it, you know? Yeah, the lavender scrambler, that thing is wild. If you can get it to
Gorgeous.
show.
Yeah.
It's got all the chop and lift. Roll it up towards the light a little more. Yeah. Yeah. It's harder to see, but
Yeah. It's just I can't get my phone to blow up.
It's all good.
Oh, no, I
It's
got
got
it
good
now.
coloring. It's just because it's albino.
Yeah. So
There
see
you
the
go. Yeah, roll it back towards you a little bit. There, yeah. You can see all the lift to the pattern there.
Yeah.
A little harder to see in the albino stuff, but it really enriches the yellows and the contrast in the whites. And that's just regular albino or lavender?
lavender.
Lavender. Any lavender coloration transition yet?
No, I just got the little orange spot right there.
And that's crazy because usually lavenders at that size have some coloration coming into their head and neck and everything.
No, just a orange patch on the head.
Am I correct on that, Billy? Lavender's about that size, would have some color coming in?
Usually. Yeah, so it depends. I've seen a lot of different lav lines, and I've got some that are like orange and purple. You know, I've got ones that are sort of duller, and I've seen ones that almost I could have sworn they were albino, not lav, but they're definitely lav.
Then
I
I'm
have a
picking
bunch
another
of,
scrambler up from Frank, and I can't wait to get that thing because it's gonna work like 200% in my collection. 'Cause it's got both
Hell
genes
yeah.
that I want: calico and scrambler.
Male or female?
Male. Forget about the
Nice. So you're
females. I
gonna
got a lot
put
of
them to
females
as much as
calico.
you can.
Yeah, and I just cut some eggs today. I did banana calico to banana calico, and one of the babies, I think it might have scrambler in there because it's got the same pattern on the side.
Okay.
And he's black and orange.
Yeah,
And
dude.
4 bananas.
That clutch you cut was crazy. I didn't get any of those uploaded, but definitely go check out Sammy's page. Did you post them?
Not yet. I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Follow him. So
After
you
my
can
good
see when he
morning
posts
in
it.
the afternoon, I'll post it up. You know, say good morning to everybody. Wake everybody
All
up
right.
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, if y'all are still here hanging out with us, it's about to get crazy again. So let's go ahead and do the walkthrough showcase with JLP Morphs.
What's up, everybody?
So we got the photo walkthrough because they're actually enjoying themselves on some vacation.
Sweet.
Where are you guys at?
So we got the kids out here at Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Awesome.
Let me tell you, I'm pasty, so I'm staying inside, but they like the sun. I like to get the beach sunburns, man. That's it.
So tell us a little bit, because I understand you you got a big collection and stuff recently. You want to tell us about that?
So we've been messing with Scrambler for a little while, but recently we acquired balls and stripes pythons. I know a lot of people know Troy. Troy basically retired from the business, so we took his whole collection. And Troy was working a lot of the same stuff like Ed showed you earlier, some of the Eternal Flame, and we added that into what we already have. So yeah, we got a lot of really great animals. It's been really nice to kind of stretch out what we have and put it all together. So excited about it, man. It's going to be really good. It's a lot of work. It's been a big acquisition, a whole lot of transition, but it's been worth it.
So I tried to put these into an order visually so we can kind of stack up and go through them. I'll pull them up and you kind of walk us through. I'll remind you of the genetics that you gave me. So Calico, Scrambler, and Orange Dream.
Yeah, so that right there came, that's from a Super Scrambler from Chris Hernan. That is Muscles and Geeks produced that for one of his males, and I produced a lot of OD Scrambler or OD Calico stuff, and totally different. She's actually up to breeder size now. She's about 1,600 grams, building nice follicles. So she's going to be breeding for me this year. Hopefully she goes, but super bright.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, really good eater. She's a feisty girl. She does not like to sit still for the pictures. It's the first one I've ever gotten of her sitting in one spot. So
one thing I notice pretty consistently with the Scrambler Calico animals is they have that faint or bright orange outline to the white alien heads. Is that what you see as a consistency?
100% on stuff like that. And I mean, I shed tested her anyways to make sure she was orange dream, just to be sure, because you know Scrambler can always brighten stuff. There was yellow belly in that too, so there's no yellow belly in that snake. It is just an orange dream calico, and you see all that color on the top right there along the dorsal where it would be. Yeah, I mean it's even better in person. So
yeah.
And the pixelations there is just not as pronounced as what you might see in a lot of scrambler. You know, a lot of the times it looks like it just pixelates from the bottom, where that whitens up and cleans it up a lot.
Yeah, and it was harder to see a lot of the lift and the pattern and stuff around the edge just because of the angle, but you could see it if you had the eye for it. Anybody that has any questions, reach out. I'm sure he'll send you some pictures.
100%.
So let's move on to the next one.
So that is from Chris Herndon. That is a Super Orange Dream Barnhart Black Pastel Super Scrambler male. No calico in that. That's actually the first super I bought. I did not want calico. I mean, a lot of it's in there. I didn't want inchy. Chris has some really amazing animals. That guy's actually 820 grams right now. So he is producing stuff hopefully this year. He's paired up his first time, did all right.
And that's like
vibrant.
Perfect classic super kind of chaining and lift.
Yeah, we bought him. He was actually Orange Dream Pos Super. So when I shed tested him and came back Super OD, it was a win-win for me for sure.
Heck yeah, that's an amazing. So how many clutches did he produce for you so far?
He is just going to work. So
okay.
He just hit that 800 gram mark, you know, a little over a year old. So he just paired up his first female. So I got a couple girlfriends for him. They're building pretty quick. So
nice. So we got the next one here. That's a campfire, right?
So that's a campfire from our latest clutch. Just super clean animal, you know, inchy cinnamon. That came from the boy that Ed showed you guys was Neelix. That came from his son, Flash. And I know I sent you a picture for him too. So really, really clean markings. I did hit another campfire that nowhere near that nice in that clutch. So I was 99% sure that was scrambled. Really orange.
And this, I was just going to say, sorry, this is a great example here as compared to the first animal, which was the Calico OD Scrambler. That shows you that even without the Orange Dream, the Scrambler still wants to put that kind of yellow border around the top of the alien heads.
Yeah, lots of nice color. That's one thing you can always tell is Scrambler, you know, compared to the other stuff.
Yeah, and the lift and everything. Beautiful, beautiful snake. And it's a more simple compo, but I think that's what people need to see nowadays, you know?
Yeah, it's the best way to show it off. So that right there is a Banana Super Inchy Scrambler. We were talking about Inchy earlier. That's one right there. That came from another super pairing. So we only hit a few eggs in that one. That one there was kind of shy, so it's hard to get a good angle with it. Really, really nice color. I did hit another Banana Super Inchy in the other clutch. It didn't have any of that stretched out stuff along the tail right there.
This one?
Yeah, so that right there is just a regular Super Inchy next to it.
It almost looks calico.
It does, but it's not. It's just a regular Super Inchy. I wasn't sure about the Scrambler. If you look along the backside of the tail there, I was about 50-50 on that one right there. But there's no, I didn't look calico. It's just got a little bit of pixelation, but nothing like what I'm used to seeing.
I love the coloration of it too.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Beautiful.
It's a great comparison with the Super Inchy in the back because Banana, as I say in many other episodes, likes to kind of normalize pattern. And you can see here that even with the Super Inchy, Banana can't control it because of the Scrambler.
Well, a lot of times Banana and Super Inchy kind of whites out too. You know, you lose a lot of that orange, a lot of that yellow. So I was really excited to see all that orange. It's really nice.
And then this one. Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember this one.
So that one right there, I'm actually testing it now to see if it's Super Inchy. That is actually a Banana Inchy Cinnamon. Extreme Gene is in that project as well. No Orange Dream. And there's a possibility of Yellow Belly, so I'm shed testing for Super Inchy and Yellow Belly. But that also came from the male.
That's incredible.
And this, the color, if you look, I don't know if my wife actually, when she took these pictures, I asked her, I don't know if she got the other side, but the other side is completely almost pixelated out.
Let me see what the next picture is. That's a different snake.
Yeah, so
What's that?
That's the brother right there.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's the brother. That's the same clutch. They both came out pretty much when we cut those eggs. It was back to back. I was like, all right, here we go. That came from that same pairing. Extreme Gene, when you mix it in there, you never know what you're going to get. But there's definitely no Orange Dream. I mean, the coloration, Scrambler's what does that orange. You know, that's what we were talking about all night. You're not going to get that without it.
That's
for real.
That's wicked looking.
and that's a male. So I don't know. Between the two of those, one of those are staying, one of those are going. So I just got to figure it out.
And like I said to anybody watching, it's about to get crazy again. So yeah, those two animals are insane. And then this is an adult.
So that's dad. So that's daddy right there. We named him Flash. That's what. So
That's
that
beautiful.
he's a little over 2 years old. So he's 1,100 grams. That's an adult male.
What's the genes in that? Banana, enchi, cinnamon,
Banana,
scrambler.
cinnamon, scrambler, and extreme gene.
Wow, and calico too, right?
Calico, yeah.
That aged phenomenally. That's crazy looking.
Oh, man.
That's 1,100 gram male, just taking on regular light.
So incredible. It's amazing.
So Dwight the Pied Man, he just hatched out a clutch of Scrambler Gene X, and the Gene X kind of interacts well like the Extreme Gene to richen all that orange even more, and it was just incredible. And I just want to give him his shout out and his flowers here for that clutch, and kind of show these off to also discuss a little bit here. So that there is what appears to be a Gene X with the Scrambler and OD. And he believes that the adult was a super Scrambler because every baby appears to have Scrambler, but you can really see the richness to the orange in these animals. And the next one, I believe, to have Fire. Now, he did not know of Fire in the pairing, but when I was looking at the adults, I was like, this is really leaning me to Fire in the female.
Yeah,
So
look at
I'll
the
show
head
that
stamp.
as well. Yeah, the head stamp, the patterning. I love Fire Scrambler stuff, so it jumps out kind of at me. So this one here would be OD Gene X Scrambler Fire. So that's insane, the richness and the coloration and everything. And then this would be Mom. So this would be the Gene X, and then I believe she's the Fire, because she's not a typical Gene X that's very striped out with kind of more normal alien heads. And then just to show off his dad from the clutch there, which was a Super Orange Dream,
Fire
Super
Scrambler.
Scrambler. Yep. He probably got that from you.
Actually,
I'm doing Gene X with the Scrambler this year.
And then these are just a few follow-up photos of the same animals, the richness in the oranges. And the Gene X likes to put a little bit more dirt into the top of the alien heads. It doesn't clean it up as much as other mutations like the Extreme Gene and things. So that's a little interesting angle-wise as well. And then this is the amazing Pied that he hatched out, which is suspected to be a OD Gene X Scrambler Pied. Impossible Fire. Don't believe it hit the fire.
No fire.
No head stamp, no kind of lighter khaki.
Pumpkin.
It's so nice, isn't it?
Look at the pumpkin with the heart nose, upside down heart nose.
Yeah.
That's like the
So-
perfect emoji.
That is, yeah.
So shout out to Dwight the Pied Man. That's the last little baby there with the fire in it.
You know, a lot of times with Gene X, I notice it's almost more color and less white, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did some
For
Gene X
sure.
green stuff that turned out like that. It pretty much wipes out all the white, really brighten the orange. It's nice. I know. If you
I
haven't seen
got a Gene X that she dropped 9 eggs.
there you go.
I'm working the Gene X. I've been doing that for a while.
It looks
Now
good.
that I see Scrambler into that, I got a female Gene X pie, visual pie. Definitely gonna get Scrambler.
Yeah, and you can see in those animals that you're working with the Gene X and Scrambler and OD that the Gene X gives it a little bit more dirt and a little bit more pixelation as it ages too, like kind of that pixelation look over the dorsal. So next up, we're going to get into Sculpted Exotics Scrambler collection. And again, we are going to do a little walkthrough. So tell us kind of how you got started in the Scrambler. What was the first animal real quick?
So we initially picked up the a male from Chris Hernan about 4 or 5 years ago, and it produced his original El Diablo animal. And so we had picked that up pretty much directly after that clutch. Yeah, that male right there. Crazy. Like, we haven't produced anything that looks similar to him in terms of, like, that exact combo. He was just super unique. So he initiated all of our original Scrambler stock. One of his first pairings was to a banana leopard clown pied, and I sent you that male. He's an adult male. He sired all of our visual clown stuff. He's a OD calico leopard, Barnhart black pastel, double hit clown pied scrambler. Not that one.
Nope.
So I
I'm
can
not
show the
sure if
visual
I'm gonna
clown
be able
combos
to
in
pick him
person.
up.
I just didn't want to take out that male because he's a big boy, and yeah, you had him up for
We'll
a
have
second
to go
there.
through the order I have them in. That's all right.
Okay, no worries. So
But when
that
we
one,
get
like
to
I
him,
said,
just
that's
note
a
it.
Barnhart Calico OD Yellow Belly Scrambler.
Hell yeah. And now, what about this guy? Because that's like a level up as far as the leopard goes that I've seen.
Yeah, so he is the he doesn't have any yellow belly in him, so he's Barnhart OD Calico Leopard Scrambler, and then he's double at Clown Pied. So he sired all of our visual clown stuff, and he's just insane in person. I think I sent a side picture too to get like more of like the tail. Yeah. So you can see how leopard really it has a nice interaction with the scrambler stuff. It elongates that pattern. It just really and it transfers really well into the visual clown stuff. So we can go over some of his babies now, I guess. Let me because I can just show them here. They're
Let's
racks.
see. Well, this one here is like the same combo without the leopard almost, right? It
Yeah,
has
so
no
she's a
leopard, but
Barnhart Black
Enchi.
Pastel ODYB Calico Enchi Scrambler Clown. And she's been tested. She came back as one copy of OD and negative het pie.
Yeah, that's super crazy.
And I have
the
her
interaction of
right
Enchi.
here too. She's right here.
Oh,
So
there we go.
she's crazy looking female. Let me get a little bit better angle on her.
You might have to.
You see how well these are aging.
Like
I mean, this is so
tripod your
orange.
phone.
Sorry, what's that?
You might have to tripod the phone to get it to have a stable image.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay, here.
It's
Sorry, it's just
pixelated
also
a
my
little.
room too. It's pretty orange.
There we go. All right, let me enlarge it. There.
So, yeah.
Let's see if it works.
She's wiggling all around. You see at the tip of the tail, even in the clown form, it still goes all crazy.
We can't see it.
Oh, you can't?
Well, we can see the table.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
there we
very
go.
pixelated.
Yeah, it's pixelated.
Oh, that's no bueno. All right, I guess we'll just stick to the photos then. That's
Yeah, that's
unfortunate.
all right. No worries.
Stop spending money on snakes and buy better Wi-Fi.
You're not wrong. I just recently moved, so we're kind
he
of.
was just
I actually have
trying
the
to show
best internet access we can get around this area. But yeah, she's just insane.
So take me to
and then
this next one here.
That's awesome.
that guy is a Barnhart Black Pastel OD Leopard Calico Scrambler Clown. Really crazy looking dude, and he's just getting better and better with age. You can see how the Scrambler and the Calico raise up that middle, and then the Leopard, like I said, it transfers so well into Clown, just elongating that pattern.
So this one here is the double het, and then that one there is the visual clown.
Correct. So you
Same
can see
combo.
how the single difference between Clown and Het Clown.
Yep. Boom. Het clown, clown. Same exact genetics.
Actually, the it's going behind the first.
That was overlapping the other one.
Yeah, that's insane. Was it showing up behind it?
Yeah.
There we go.
So that's
the
the
het
het
clown.
version. And then that's the visual.
Yeah, with just that one, like the visual clown, it makes me so excited for this project. It really does. I think there's infinite potential here.
So then you got the pairing here. Tell us about this.
Oh yeah,
ODYB
so
Calico Scrambler.
that's an ODYB Calico Scrambler female, and then that's to that clown male. And then actually I'm going to be switching her up to the Desios VPI Cryptic now. So
Damn. And I
yeah,
peeked
and
this one
then
earlier.
that photo does not do her justice. She is so much oranger in person. But that's a Banana Enchi OD Calico Scrambler clown.
Now,
And
did you produce that or purchase?
we reproduced that. Yeah, so that was from
Wow.
what was the pairing? It was Banana Clown Het Pied something. But yeah, she was one of the holdbacks out of that one, and oh my goodness, I'm so excited to get her up. So she's probably sitting around like 1,400 grams now, and she like it's more of like a flaming orange from her, and you can see towards that like the lower third of her body, those like white stripes going across. Those started out as pink, and then as she's aged, it's become more of like a paper white. It's just absolutely insane.
Yeah, that thing is beautiful. And I'm sure you have some pictures posted up that show her color better.
Yeah, I can send you one actually. I think I took one earlier, so let me.
But you got to take us through these because these are insane. We're working back up into some crazy stuff here. So this is labeled Banana Enchi Scrambler Barnhart Black Pastel Calico Double Het Clown Pied.
Yeah, so we tested her, no OD, and then I sent her sister as well. But I mean, she's aged
Yep.
so well.
So
You can
this
see
is
how
the other one, no OD still.
So no, that's the same snake.
Yeah,
The
same
one
snake,
with
no
OD.
OD.
Yeah.
And then this is the next level up with OD.
Crazy.
There's a complete color difference. There really is. I mean, she is like neon. You know, when I think of Starburst, I almost think of these combos. Honestly, so I'm just really excited about this project, and you can see how like Scrambler's fighting the Calico to go towards the belly, and it's not just
Same
like because
snake.
typical Calico, you'll see all that graniting at the bottom of the belly, but the Scrambler it pushes it back. It's really neat stuff.
That's pretty.
And that's the same snake, if anybody didn't notice.
Yeah.
Just showing you two different lightings there.
And the OD tends to like almost crisp up that pattern too. You can see how the one without OD was almost a little bit more smudged. So that boy right there, he's a proven breeder. He is Super OD, Super Scrambler, Stranger, Barnhart Black Pastel, and Leopard Calico. No YB.
Stranger and Scrambler go freaking nuts.
Yeah, I think I sent you the photo of the Stranger Scrambler Fader girl that we produced.
Yeah.
And she's just like red. But he's had a couple clutches. Like I said, I guess we need to do one more clutch to prove him out. But he's just super cool looking dude. And he tested negative for Clown and Pied, which was unfortunate.
The comment or the question, sorry, no, bananas actually develop black scales. So those are just black scales on the banana animal as they age.
Yeah.
So this Scrambler animal is insane. I really love the Scrambler stuff, and you're about to see why, because these animals are crazy.
So that was produced from the double het Clown Pied male, and that was to a Stranger Mojave Het Clown, I think was what the pairing was. But I have her down as a Stranger, Barnhart Black Pastel, Calico, Scrambler, and I think YB as well.
And Mojave.
And Mojave, yes. Most obvious one.
So many different traits, though, you know, to remember.
Mm-hmm. And she tested negative for OD, so no OD in her.
Imagine that with OD. Probably a little bit more pattern, a little bit more color.
She's nice.
Yeah. She's so unique, and then her belly is quite weird as well. You'd almost think that she's a pied just because she has a white belly that's reaching up to her with like a gray fog.
At the tail there, a nice ringer too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And then that's the level up. What's this one?
So that girl is Scrambler, Stranger, Fader, Barnhart Black Pastel, Calico OD, and then I think I have her as possible Yellow Belly as well. I didn't test her for that, but she came back. She was from that super male that we had showed.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I would
first-
bet it proves yellow belly.
Yeah, you think so? That's why I had her in parentheses. It was already racking up on the shed test. And I was like, do I want to test for yellow belly? But yeah, I think so as well.
I know the
just put it in
fader
parentheses.
intensifies it, but it reduces the pattern. And like when you hit that without fader, it's gonna go freaking even more crazy.
I think I sent you some pictures of ones without faders for Stranger Scrambler combos.
Let's see what we got next.
Yeah, those. So
Oh,
the top
boy.
one is ODYB Calico Stranger Barnard Black Pastel. And then the bottom one is just with Leopard.
Nice.
So you can see Leopard really darkens up that pattern. But the Stranger, it has like a Halloween-like interaction with these. So I think the darker stuff will have a really nice long-term effect with this project.
Okay.
Somebody is singing, I guess. All right, let me move on here. I mean, these two animals, when you showed me these, I was like, I am saving those for the end. And that was the last image in the showcase for Sculpted Exotics. So I appreciate you sending those images over and letting us go through them on the episode tonight. We got Balls of Fury has a few pictures that they want to share with us tonight.
Mike!
Let's get it.
So
You guys hear me?
I
Yep.
can. We can. Yeah.
I'll make you larger here. So go ahead and talk to us about this animal and where you got it from and what you're going to do with it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, so this right here is an OD Super Scrambler Dreamsicle. And I got her from Kaylon over at Isotope Exotics.
Canada?
Yep, straight from Canada, from Vancouver. She's a BC baby, as Drake would say. And yeah, she comes from the original Dream Skulls that I believe Mark had that ended up proving out to be Scrambler. And I mean, my plan for this is to just make a bunch of insane Scrambler Dream Skull combos. I also am interested in throwing puzzle into this. A lot of people are knocking the Puzzle Pied project. I think Scrambler might be able to help it out. So
awesome.
I would like to see somebody present an OD Dream Skull that looks like this. I can't seem to find one. You can see her pattern is literally just all lifted and smeared down the sides. And then just like Mark was saying, the tail just gets completely blown out. And really the only white she has is that little ringer. And I actually have her out right now if you want to throw the camera up so you guys can kind of see how she's aged, because she's at about like 1,400 grams right now.
Yeah, go for it.
She's really lightened up. I don't know if the lighting in my room will show it. It's pretty bright, but she's really lightened up.
When you go to
It's
show
hard to
her off,
capture
just
labs
move
on
real
camera.
slow.
Got you.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, she's doing good. She's getting super big. I've noticed compared to a lot of other genes in the lab with Scrambler, it really lightens the color a lot.
Yeah, especially when they age.
Especially when they age, yeah, 100%. I mean, in person, she's definitely still got some oranges, but it's definitely turned to more of like a pale yellow. But
Yeah,
as a
so
baby,
here
I mean,
as she's younger, you can see how she's brighter orange, and then this one's a little
Yeah.
older. You can see she faded out just a little bit.
exactly.
So if you're
But,
going to do Dreamsicle with Scrambler, when you add Pastel and Enchi, they look great, and then it all bleeds together, because I've got like 4 breeders. Yellow belly Scrambler Dreamsicles look great. The color's still there, and it doesn't sort of bleed all together. Remember when we used to do like spider and pinstripe lab, and their babies are like, wow, and then when they get older, it just bleeds all in. So I've been finding that in a lot of the Scrambler Dreamsicle stuff. So I'm working on that too, and hopefully I got some OD and other stuff going in to hopefully avoid making it all bleed together. Just like you see it as a baby, and then now you see it sort of blends all in, and it fades. It lightens
100%.
a little. So if we add some other stuff, but
100%.
it's just, you know, new things to do and figure out what we're going to do with it.
I think that's one of the reasons
Absolutely.
why classic albino may eventually make a comeback in a lot of projects, because the
Oh,
contrast
yeah.
that you'll get without the bleed and a lot of stuff, you
My
know?
next video is going to be on albino. I have a lot of it, like super
Dude, it's so slept
asphalt
on.
albino, and I've got like albino scrambler pieds, and it's like you put them to your lab, and it's like
It's
look
this
at
and that.
the contrast is unreal, and I'm like, I'm almost liking the albino better than the lab. Why did
I
we
do
drop it like the
personally.
plague? It's crazy.
I didn't get into lavender albino. My son has lavender albino, but like I personally didn't get into it myself
Oh, I
just
still love it
because
though.
I love it, but I like
So
the
does Mike.
purple and the oranges and yellows from other projects. So it's like the albino side, I wanted to go classic and kind of bring it back in a few different directions myself.
We're actually filming the albino video this week.
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Definitely subscribe to Mutation Creation Canada if you haven't already. I'm sure you have if you're watching my show, but you never know. So this one here is interesting. I don't know if Darius was around still.
DG Fire Scrambler?
No, Darius isn't with us tonight. He had to take care of his son, so yes, it is. You're right on, Billy.
Yeah, DG Fire Scrambler, awesome, amazing.
You're right on.
I'll show you. Wait, when I get to show my other
snake.
4 animals, I'll show you what you can do with Scrambler and I have Enhancer, but you'll see, it's crazy.
Heck yeah! So shout
Yeah,
out
this snake
to
is just insane, man.
shout out
so
to Darius for his animal. I love this
Shout out to
picture of it.
Darius, man. Yeah, this came from Mason Tang over at T. Exotics, another Canadian.
Yeah.
And this thing, I mean, it just speaks for itself. It's so clean. It's way bigger now than in these pictures. I should have had him send me a recent picture, but I mean, the color on it has, I think she's probably like 800 grams now. The color is just insane. It's so clean, so bright. And
That's the
Fire and
oldest
Scrambler.
picture.
Yeah, Fire and Scrambler are just, they're meant for each other, in my opinion.
I've got a
You
lot
can
of
see how
vanilla
the-
pairing this year. See how vanilla does. Maybe it gives it a little bit more richness, hopefully.
You can see how the
Absolutely.
black's lightened up a little from the fire as it ages, but it's so nice. It's almost like a hypo look at that point, you know?
Yep. That does look
Yep.
hypo, actually, you know?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
black's just
she looks like
lightened
a
up.
DG hypo for sure. And that's kind of what I noticed with a lot of Scrambler stuff. It gives it like this glow. I don't know if you guys have noticed it either, but it kind of gives it like almost a hypo glow in a lot of different combos I've seen with it.
Have you noticed that? Like a glow in a lot of like the Odianchi combos and stuff?
Almost neon sometimes.
All right, yeah. I gotta go. I got a long day tomorrow.
All right, yo, you have a good one, Sammy. We're about to let Billy run us through the last of his showcase that he has. We waited
I
for
got
the
2
end.
adults. So one thing with me is my Scrambler stuff. Good night, Sammy. It was nice seeing you, buddy.
All right, well, check you guys out.
Later, Sammy.
Most
Have a
of
good one,
my
man.
stuff is either gravid right now, because the funny thing is I've had a lot of it since 2017, and I've been breeding it, making stuff, and a lot of my stuff's breeders. Now I do have 2 that I can show you right now. Okay. This is the Super Orange Dream Yellow Belly Scrambler Het Pied. She just laid. So you see like the same thing, the belly,
Oh yeah.
the edge
All
of
the
the
lip.
tail, like
Yep.
she's a little thin because she just laid, which is great. But I have her listed as a super OD. I'm not sure if it's just an OD Scrambler. So, but
Now, do you think it's possible Super Scrambler?
I'm not sure yet. I'll know when I hit the babies.
Got so much
Okay,
lift to
and then
it.
here's another one where it's like I need her to start building follicles, like grow, and she's not yet. So this is a no enchi in this animal. This is an Orange Dream Fire Calico Scrambler het pied.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah,
beautiful.
she's I mean, and the thing is the orange, like you can't really see the orange. It's twice as bright as you see it online. Like I'm looking at here. Let me see if I put it.
Oh yeah, it brightened up a little. The bleed that you get from that scrambler fire interaction in these combos is insane. Would you
Yeah,
say that you've seen it outside of having fire in it with anything else?
Fire really makes everything pop. Like it's just like now you can see the orange. To see the orange,
Yeah.
like it's just, and this here, it looks enchi.
Yep.
And all this is OD Calico Fire Scrambler.
Yeah, Scrambler gives a lot of that enchi kind of esque look to things without that color. Just like in the single gene, it kind of looks enchi without the color, you know?
So, now here's one.
We should you guys have me. It's a really good show tonight. And I'm excited to catch the replay and watch some of these animals again.
So this is an enchi OD Yellow Belly Scrambler pied. Okay, so if you look at the front, okay, and then you see how the pattern is, and it's really crazy, and then it gets like bright after it bright and then dragged at the end. It almost looks super OD, right? If you get a super OD enchi pied, they look like this kind of.
But not as choppy, more
You
smooth.
wouldn't have the front like so dark. It'd be like this the whole way through, right? So
Okay.
enchi, yellow belly, OD scrambler, pied, head hypo, 66% het MJ exanthic. So this is a male that should be breeding for me later this year.
That's gonna go nuts when you get MJ into it. Have you seen any
That's
color
badass.
bleed?
Any which?
Color bleed into the exanthic from Scrambler?
I don't have any visual scrambler MJs yet. I'm working
Nothing
on
yet.
them. I should have a clutch this year. Now
From the ones I've seen, I haven't seen any bleed.
this is my one that I'm super happy with, and to Mike going down the DG route with Scrambler. This is a pastel enchi Scrambler enhancer pied. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I got my
Are you
sunglasses
sure?
ready.
But yeah, put them on. Ready?
Wow.
Nice.
So pastel enchi Scrambler enhancer pied.
That's
That thing is
crazy.
glowing.
It's nuts. Like, hold on.
It's hard for the
Like,
camera to get it, but like the
If you
glow
look at
that
this
comes
thing,
off of
the
that
thing is
thing.
like it looks hypo.
You wouldn't
It's
even know it
almost
has
look-
pastel.
Yeah, for sure. It's almost like somebody took a true highlighter and just put like a translucent layer on the whole
Yeah,
snake.
but look at this. Like so enhancer pied, pastel enchis, scrambler. That's my male. Actually, no, he's a female. I'd be excited if it was a male. But yeah, so I'm repeating the pairing again. But look at the burnt oranges in the dorsal, some of the spots, and yeah, I'm really happy. And then I also have this. She's just in shed, pastel enchi scrambler enhancer het pied, and it's fucking nuts. It's like wow. So, but yeah, I'm really happy with the way these turned out. And you show me another pastel enchi DG pied that looks like this. You can't.
Can't find one.
You can't. Like, you know.
You can
So
find one.
Tonight's the first time I've seen DG with the scrambler or enhancer with the scrambler, and it
Yeah.
really saturates the color through those morphs.
yeah, and I mean, I made a bunch of like super OD, OD yellow belly scrambler hypopides. I sold them all. They flew out, But I'm telling you, like OD in yellow belly in scrambler hypopide is as a base is insane. Like I'm afraid to add enchi and yellow. Actually, I did yellow belly. You know, fire or vanilla. Like I'm working towards that because it's just insane. Like I'm just like, wow, look at these. Well, you've seen. Look at the ones that Mark has made, and I got mine from someone that made it from Mark's. My scrambler OD hypopide, and it's just phenomenal. And then the super OD version is amazing. The super OD super scrambler is amazing. And that's just based. Wait till you add yellow belly and enchi or vanilla or fire, and then some of the leopard stuff. It's nuts. So, I mean, I'm going to be playing with Scrambler as one of my main genes. I want it in every single one of my projects, and if it's in every one of my animals, don't care because it's amazing. And if I can get OD and fire into that mix as well with yellow belly and asphalt. Because I've made, I don't have any. I sold them all because I didn't know what they were. They were just incredible, and people are sending me the photos. It's like, Billy, everybody says there's Scrambler in this. You sold it as me as a Orange Dream Enchi Super Asphalt Calico. Yeah, it wasn't Calico. It was Scrambler. So I'm doing everything.
That's crazy.
So I've seen it. It's been around, and I've been holding these animals in my collection that are bright, and wow, look at these things. And there's definitely something going on. I didn't know what it was. I called it my new gene, and I was telling everybody it's like an Enchi OD kind of mix. But when I was breeding it, I didn't really have much Orange Dream into it. I've got it in Pied, I've got it in Lav, I got it in Dreamsicle, I've got it in all these combos. But now it's like, well, shit, if it's the same thing Mark has, I need OD and everything. So now I'm trying to get caught up in the OD game because, man, is it amazing. You know?
Are you guys still here, Ed and Kate? Clayton?
It says offline.
I think Clayton dipped out.
Yeah, I think Clayton dipped out.
But I mean,
didn't hear if they left.
I've been seeing what Mark does and Chris Hernan and what Clayton's made. I've seen some of the shit Frank's been posting. I'm like, oh my God, like it's nuts. And then, of course, what you've been buying. I've seen Mike. It's like, man, because I looked at that too when Mason made it, and I'm like, you know what? No, because I've got it in my, I got it in my fucking enhancer. Stay away, but it's so clean. And I also have a lot of DG stuff but I'm like, no, I want to fade the DG out and just do enhancer. So I held back,
Hey, that's discipline right there, Billy. You got to go with what you like, man.
Yeah,
I'm glad you didn't get it because I was able to get it.
And then, like, Jay, you purchasing some of those animals, man, like, what a stock to start with. Like, it's like, man, and they don't disappoint. They really don't. And we're just scraping. Like, we're still learning about how it interacts with stuff. Like, we're still guessing. But when you go, and I know, like, some of the stuff, I'm like, Enchi, leopard, yellow belly, double het. Well, look at the dragging. Look at the color. Mine look nothing like all the other 30. It's got to be a scrambler, So it's tough because, we're still guessing, but the eye doesn't deceive. It's something different. Why does mine look totally different than 40 other people's? Not even close. It has to be the scrambler. So I understand people want the test, and I get it. But, there wasn't a test for Orange Dream and Super Orange Dream back in the day. And a lot of Super Orange Dreams that were sold weren't even Super Orange Dreams. They were OD scramblers. You know why? Because I got one. So.
And that was why I asked earlier about, like, a percentage of animals that could be out there with Scrambler unlisted or unknown because of how many early on were sold and then went on to produce a bunch. And what's the history of selective breeding? Keep the best to produce the best. So if you're holding back the best, we saw it with multiple other mutations, you're probably holding back a hitchhiker as well, and then you're breeding for the super of the super and the hitchhiker at the same time. And it's not until 10, 15 years later where we separate it, and then we're left with kind of a dilemma. And it's happened about, at least 5 times, 5 different mutations.
It happens a lot. Like, back in the day, I mean, I've had Het Monsoon in my collection since 2010 when I bought the original male from Tom Baker. And my male was the father of Tom Green's babies that he bought in 2010 and made the first. I never bred them. I just kept all the cool shit back because I'm looking at these crazy patterns and I'm like, well, this is a Mojave. Look at this Mojave. I'm keeping this one. This is crazy.
Yeah,
And I never bred them back together. And then, you know, in 2018, someone told me, I'm like, no, it's like, do you know the story of how Tom Baker got into it and how Dave Green got it? And I'm like, no. So I'm like, that's a sort of a long shot. And he's like, dude, all your babies that you hold back and even some of the stuff that I've made, it almost looks like, and I'm starting looking, I'm like, fuck, I see it. And then I bred it and sure enough, I have it.
Wow.
So since 2011, so 2011 and 2012, I did 25 clutches of Het Monsoon stuff, and I didn't know.
You've been selling it since 2011, and
2011.
it's exactly.
And Ozzy sold Mark Mandic in 2012 the Super OD Fire Scrambler that he never knew. I bought two animals from Ozzy in 2017. They were Scrambler ODs, not Supers, and that's just two people. That's 14 years. 14 years. Do you think we were the only two people? Why do you think all these other people have it? Because we didn't know we had it. We just thought we had this incredible OD stuff.
Yeah.
And it was incredible OD because of the Scrambler.
That's what happened with me. Mine came from Ozzy. It was like the best looking OD I've seen. I asked him, and that's Super OD? He's like, no. I got it back, and that's what happened. Popped out those Scramblers.
Look at 4 years ago when he bought that animal. Antoine bought that amazing clown. Guess what? It's Scrambler.
Yeah, from Ozzy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you don't know what you have, because I've been selling Het Monsoon stuff for 7 years before I fucking knew it was Het Monsoon.
Yeah.
Because if you don't think, and I had this stuff that I was calling Calico, because when I bought the collection, and most of the OD stuff came from Mark, he had it labeled as Calico because that end, you know how it almost was like sugar.
Yeah, it wants to be like low white. Yeah.
Sugar was like low white, and it had that like that dripping tail.
It had a really aberrancy to his pattern over Calico.
So when he had them labeled as Calico, I was breeding them as Calico because it sort of made sense. I didn't say, oh, I have a new gene. I just called them Calicos. And then everybody that I called up and said, hey, dude, you know that's Orange Dream Enchi Super Asphalt Calico I sold you? Yeah, it's not Calico. Oh my God, it isn't? No, it's Scrambler. Holy fuck, yeah. So it was a good call, you know? And it's like, I was wondering why it's getting so brighter and doesn't look like everyone else's. So, you know, I still go with my eye, and most of us do that. Like, how do you get a dinker? When you see something in your collection, how do you get a dinker? You don't sit there and go, oh, I got a shed test back and it says I have a dinker in my collection. No, you see a difference with your eye and then you work on it. And when you start seeing it over and over, you have something and you show how it interacts. Then you get a test going and it confirms what you can see with your fucking eyes. And that's what I think about Scrambler. None of the shit that you see here. And I mean, even me, I might have ID'd some of the stuff wrong. I don't know. But when I type in certain things, it looks nothing like what it's like what I have.
I think the biggest trivial part of Scrambler at this point is what is supers in these deeper combos that have already been made, and what is just an interaction with the single gene being really intense. And then you know, we have the OD test, and I think that the validation issues with the OD test fall into people labeling their super OD,
correct,
and it's actually a Scrambler OD, and then they're sending it in, and they're not able to validate a test because they're getting mislabeled animals, misid'd animals, just like every other test they had issues with. So until they really develop a Scrambler test, I don't think that they'll ever validate the OD completely, but I think the OD test is strong enough in itself for what it tests on that it's never tested wrong on a real OD, you know, so I think they got it right there. I think that they just can't validate it because of the Scrambler issue, and
I go with my eyes first. My eyes are my first thing. I buy an animal because of looks, right? And if I see an animal and I don't think it has the genes that are labeled, I'll talk to them and I'm like, and work it. But if I'm not in love with that animal for what it looks like or the genes it has, and I'm not sure, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
That's simple.
And the last thing I want to say on this episode is, reiterating what I said earlier is, shed testing is 5 years in. We have built this industry on the mutations that we have identified by eye and through proven breedings. So don't discredit these breeders that have done this work. And how many times have there been a mutation where we had to backtrack and find it in all these collections, just like these stories we just mentioned? Those are just a couple. There has been many throughout the 35 years of this industry, and that's just the mainstream part of the industry. Breeding ball python mutations has been going on since the 80s and 70s as far as, wild pieds and albinos. How do you think we came about to this point? So let's stop putting all of our eggs in the basket for shed testing, Stop discrediting people's work because of shed testing. Shed testing isn't the end all be all. And when it gets to the point where it has, 80% of the tests and they're validated, we can lean on it more in that way. But there's still going to be new mutations all the time that we have to validate through breeding. Plain and simple. They're not going to develop a new test until there's 100 sheds from different snakes at different combos and all that. So we have to still do the work as breeders to prove things out.
Yeah.
And that's all I got to say. This is a showcase on a mutation, not a question mark. Plain and simple.
Here's something, Jared.
Fun.
Even myself and so many other breeders are selling animals that have genes that we've worked with for 20 fucking years, and we're still mis-IDing these animals. So how do you think that a gene that you don't even think you have or know about, and you sell it without knowing you have it because you weren't, like, I've had animals that people say, hey, can you help me ID my clutch? And I'm like, dude, there's fire in there. Oh, there wasn't any fire in the pairing. Send me the adults. Well, shit, that's fire all day long.
Yep.
Oh, well, it wasn't sold to me as fire. Well, it doesn't mean that that's not in
Just
there.
like Dwight's animals, like clearly the female's fire, the animals have fire in the offspring,
So
but
if
he
we
wasn't
can
sold to fire.
Yeah, so if we can mis-ID animals that we've seen and we can compare on the internet because it's been around for 20 years and we mis-ID those, don't you think it's easy to mis-ID something that we have no fucking idea that it even exists?
Hell yeah.
Because it's happening. It's not just 4 or 5 people. There's like 50, 60 people that oh, look what I got. And people are wondering like, oh, why all of a sudden is it popping up? Because it's been being sold for 14 fucking years without nobody knowing.
And this wasn't any kind of dish at shed testing. We love shed testing. I love what it's doing to progress our industry. Everything about it is amazing. Just saying that there is gray area when it comes to it, and you can't put all your eggs in the basket for it as far as calling a mutation that hasn't been developed to test for yet.
Yeah, and the shed testers out there, I mean, they can only find the mutation if they're getting proper, diagnosed sheds. And it's so muddied. That's why can't we find OD? It's been around for 20 plus years because it's muddied. And I feel bad because it's not easy for them. And when it's muddied, it's even harder. And people are sending stuff in that's this, but it's not.
And that's the most difficult part of their job is getting all these mutations that aren't labeled correctly. And then, they have to go on our word to develop a test on something that we may be sending in the wrong stuff for.
Correct.
Like the Scrambler OD stuff, like the lace stuff, it's just, it falls into that gray area for them where they're like, let's throw this to the side and work on something a little bit more straightforward. And I get that too.
But what I love about the Scrambler is like seeing stuff from Frank, what Jay has, Mike, DPR, like everybody on the panel. Even Mark, like I look at stuff and go, man, I got to get more Super OD into this. It's just inspiring. Like what Clayton showed us, like, oh my God, I need some of this. I need to get that in. It's crazy. So it's definitely something that it excites me because I haven't seen anything that really is horrific or, oh, it's a dead end. Oh, it makes a white snake or a black snake. So far it interacts. It does incredible things to pied. If it brings back pattern and special pied, in pin pied, like you see from what Sammy did, the pin pied was the most patterned pin pied I've ever seen, right? And if you can bring in special, even Mojave, I'm gonna do those Mojave pieds, spot nose, het red exanthic. Fuck, I'm doing champagne. Imagine champagne pieds and spot nose pieds with pattern with Scrambler, and then you can start adding
Oh, the
combos on.
champagne's gonna be nuts.
It's going to be next level.
Yeah,
I'm
champagne's
working
gonna
on
be
that as
nuts.
we speak.
Just like those Scrambler Black Pastel Stranger animals with the fader and stuff. I feel
Yep.
like that's kind of be like along those lines.
There's so much to do, man, and I love everybody on the panel that showed their stuff and believed in it. And it's like, hey, I don't care what you say. Look at these animals, and how can you doubt it? Like, show me the 5-gene animal without Scrambler and put it beside mine with Scrambler. They fucking look nothing alike, and especially their own age as well. So I'm a believer. I love it. I want it everywhere, and I'm usually right when I say shit. So.
Well, I love it, Billy, and I
you know,
appreciate your time, man, and your opinion as well, and all the animals that you showcased.
And Frank, I gotta get on a call with you, man. I need some of your shit. I need some.
Frank, give us some words to leave with.
Believe in your stuff, man. Believe in your projects. Believe in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's going to be snakes out there, you know, that look similar, but, you know, when you put them side by side, you know, something's going to tell you that it's different, you know, and that's why a lot of my stuff I held back, and I didn't even know I had the Scrambler. I was holding stuff back because I read other stuff before and it looked nothing like it, you know, snake to snake.
Hey, one more thing that's important is everybody wanted to be doubters and haters and say Scrambler was Gene X and Scrambler was Fader and Scrambler was Extreme Gene and all these other hitchhikers and these other mutations. We saw a lot of those combined tonight, so put that to rest.
Yeah, and it's not a line bred OD. Because I've got a lot of it without OD, unfortunately. I mean, it's still good, but I mean, the OD made and fire. Like that's why as soon as there's fire in that, because you can just tell how it interacts. So we're bringing back genes like fire and vanilla that people threw away, and you need that with the OD and fucking Calico and Enchi and Scrambler, even Pastel. Holy moly! I've got some Pastel OD Yellow Belly Scrambler stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, look at this thing, and it almost looks like a super OD, right?
Right,
so much to do with this, and I'm excited. And I love seeing the directions because almost everybody had different directions, and it's like all of it was, fuck, I need some more. I need, you know, there's no end.
Give us some words to leave with, Jay.
All right, keep it fun. Be your own best customer. If you got something you like, keep building. Because if you like it, somebody else is going to like it. And that's the stuff that sells. That's the stuff that builds.
That's right.
That's a good
That's what
one.
we do.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Give us an outro. Give us something to leave with.
I would just say do your research. I did research on Scrambler for over a year before I invested into it. And I saw it in person at Chris Hernan's table. I saw El Diablo when he first made it and figured out what it was. And if you're interested in Scrambler, get it from someone who is certified with it and absolutely has it, you know? That would be my advice to you. Just do the research, look at the combos, talk to people that have it, and they're not going to steer you in the wrong direction or sell you something that's fake. So,
good advice. Last thing I want to ask you guys, and it's kind of a funny question, is, you know, all the people out there who believe that they have Scrambler. First of all, let's just say the proper way of proving that out. If you believe you have Scrambler and you cannot exactly trace it back directly to you know, produce it and work with it, the best route, and any route that has been taken in the past, is produce the super and then breed the super to realize if it's the same mutation or not. Because once you hit that super, even if it's in a simpler combo, you're going to be able to tell if it's the Scrambler for that combo or if it's the super of another mutation for that combo. And then proving it out that it is the super furthers that project without testing. So until testing comes out, really all you can do is say, you know, I have the 66% possible Scrambler.
Yeah, but you know what?
No,
There's a
I'm just
lot of
kidding.
people. So you're going to start seeing, especially this year, a lot of people post Scrambler combos. So now, even a guy like me, if I'm making some stuff, I can go and now look at Mark with Super OD stuff. I can look at some other stuff that Frank's making and Clayton and Jay. Like, it's not like, oh, I made this and there's nothing to compare. I mean, I think this is Pastel Scrambler. You know what I mean? You can go and look. there's Scrambler, you know, we have a group on Instagram that you can go and people will give their opinion. You can reach out to Mark Mandick and Chris Hernan and some of us. And I'm like, you know what, it could be. It kind of has that. You know, let me look at the parents. And I'm like, I don't really see it in the parents, but the parents like are comboed. So, but it has that vibe. I'm not 100%, but my eye does see certain things. And I'll say, you know what, I'm not sure. If you want, hold it back, grow it up, wait for the test, which will probably be years away, but you're going to have an animal in your rack. And then, you know, if you want to breed it, and then you're going to see from the siblings.
Yeah.
You know?
You either got to prove it out through breeding or wait for the test. I mean, those are the only two ways to go about it.
Old school way. Yeah, that's all we did, right?
Yep.
Breeding trials.
And you can always put a possible scrambler, but don't ever put a better price on it because of it until you prove it out, you know, unless you bought it directly from somebody. And I think a lot of people have gotten Scrambler already on a deal where they got it unknowingly anyhow. So if you have possible Scrambler animals, pass it on the same way that you got it. I think really the future of Scrambler is going to be in these deep, unique directions in the single form. And ultimately, that super form, you know, the super form in any combo is going to set itself apart entirely.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I appreciate you having me and amazing guests and awesome animals, guys. Like, I got to catch up, like, you know. If I knew to breed it into Orange Dream and into Fire and all this other, now I do. So now I'm getting up, but I also have legs in other areas that other people don't. So it's one of those things where, you know, sky's the limit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll share with you what I'm going to do with my female. She's the Fire MJ Xanthic Het Pied, and I'm not taking her to a linear direction. So I'll share that with you privately. But thank everybody for watching. Enjoy these sponsor promos and then the recap so that we can get that out there. I kind of chopped it up in the beginning. If you catch that replay, we appreciate you all. Hashtag replay gang, and hit that like button on your way out. Thank you guys so much.
Good night, everybody.
So we can show it like a basic blackhead looks like.
Is it recessive, incomplete, dominant? That's a no-brainer. bright stem designers, pattern magnifiers, contrast killers and color amplifiers. It's all in the blushing.